Acura, or get $1,500 cash allowance and 3.9 APR on all two-door Frontiers. They're all here now, but hurry, $1,500 cash allowance and 3.9 APR ends July 5th. See your Northwest Nissan dealer today.
The only thing hotter than the Pacific Northwest weather may be the team that calls Safeco Field home. The Mariners have celebrated the coming of summer with a winning streak that has them keeping pace in the race for the West. Tonight, divisional play returns to the forefront as Aaron Sele takes on the Anaheim Angels. It's next on Fox Sports Net. Was here this time last year, but it hadn't opened for business. They were just putting the finishing touches on it. Nobody in the stands. Had you been sitting in the stands, you would have looked at the Kingdome because they were playing the final game ever at the Kingdome between the Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers. Here we are at the one-year anniversary, set to play baseball, and a very important 10-game stretch for Seattle as they open up with 3 against the Anaheim Angels. A very pleasant good evening to you all again, everybody. Dave Niehaus along with Ron Fairley. As the weather heats up, the pennant race heats up, and these are very important ball games. Right?
Boy, is it ever, Dave. And it's crucial for the Angels not to fall too far behind what the Mariners and the Oakland A's are doing. But the Mariners right now are on a pretty good roll. They'd like to ride this heat wave.
Look at tonight's pitching matchups. First of all, for the Mariners, it will be the man who pitched 1 year ago today in a Texas Ranger uniform. He was a losing pitcher, Aaron Sele.
But you know what? Sele's been pitching very well. He won his last outing. He is a lifetime mark 5-4 against the Anaheim Angels, and he has won 5 of his last 6 decisions.
And one of the heroes of 1995 gets the call for the Angels, a hero for the Mariners, Tim Belcher.
Yeah, here's a tough competitor. This guy comes to the ballpark to win all the time, and he has a lifetime mark of 4-4 against the Angels, or against the Mariners, rather, but this guy's a good competitor.
The Mariners have the best record at home in the American League. They have been winning games in funny fashion. They've been winning it with pitching, they've been winning it with defense, and they've won 6 in a row. But to win games, of course, you got to score runs, and they've been scoring runs the way it was supposed to be done, the old-fashioned way. Right, Rich?
They earn them, David. You're right, the pitching's been good. Starting rotation, fabulous. Bullpen has been marvelous. Defense, the Mariners are still 3rd best in the American League defensively. But the way they've scored runs on this 6-game win streak and throughout the month of June has to make Lou Piniella feel good. Look, you go back to Tuesday, Ricky Henderson's big day. Edgar's grand slam. David Bell and A-Rod had big 2-out hits. On Saturday, John Olerud an RBI single. Lampkin's grand slam on Sunday. The Mariners have been winning with late clutch hitting, and they've been winning close games. And were this September, you would say this is the way to win a pennant. Now, there's a long way to go, but getting off to a good start against the Angels and against this American League West, we can start dreaming about September, can't we? It's a warm and sunny day at Safeco Field. The roof is open. The bats are still hot. Edgar Martinez and the Mariners getting set to take on the Anaheim Angels. Even A-Rod is here tonight, so stick around.
Flying to the Bay Area for business? AT&T.
Pay-per-view.
He's bigger. He's tougher. He's faster. No one can tame him except you. Walk side by side with the biggest star in sports entertainment.
Go Bird!
Here's how to win. Order Bash at the Beach, then enter to win a chance to make an appearance as Goldberg's manager. Order WCW's Bash at the Beach.
July 9th on AT&T Cable Services. WCW is in demand.
Isn't there anything you can do?
We're doing everything we can. Thanks, Chief. This Popeyes ought to do the trick.
It's a wake-up call of Cajun spices.
That's it, ma'am. Come back to us.
It's some very powerful chicken.
Medic?
Now at Popeyes, get a free 2-liter of Coke with a purchase of 10 pieces of Popeyes powerful Cajun chicken and 5 biscuits for only $13.99.
Is your ticket to ride. For a limited time, get 0.9% APR, plus $1,000 towards your down payment on select 2000 Chevrolets, like the Malibu, Cavalier, and S10. Residency restrictions apply. And check out gmticketoride.com for additional offers available online. It's time to get the ride you've always wanted. It's time to get your ticket to ride at your Chevrolet dealer today.
A can of putty, a knife to spread it with, custom cut glass, and some very pretty flowers. All so you can keep the peace with your neighbors.
Not again.
Eagle Hardware and Garden. More of everything.
Tune in and get a charge out of DeWalt. This heavy-duty radio doubles as a battery charger. Worksite tough. DeWalt every day at Eagle.
Think about it. Without tires, you probably wouldn't be getting away to any fun places this summer. No frolicking at the beach, no camping or hiking, no fishing at the lake. So the Tire Factory wants to make sure you get to your summer fun on quality tires. Our Summer Getaway Day sale has great prices on tires, wheels, shocks, and batteries. Summer fun begins with good tires from a great dealer. Tire Factory. It's as easy as...
Seattle Mariners baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Log on for low fares at southwest.com, a symbol of e-freedom. By U.S. West, so you are always connected to what matters to you most. U.S. West, proud sponsor of the 2000 U.S. Olympic team. Life's better here. By Les Schwab, our business is earning your trust. By your friendly Northwest Dodge dealers. In a perfect world, everything would be different. And by Eagle Hardware and Garden, a proud member of the Lowe's team. And welcome back to Safeco Field. Dave Niehaus with Ron Fairley on this warmest day of the year in the Pacific Northwest. I think out at SeaTac Airport it got up to 85 degrees and certainly warmer than that on the east side of Lake Washington as Darren Erstad, the number 2 hitter in the league, steps in and takes the first pitch a little low. Well, it's saying the game time temperature here is 89 degrees this evening. So it is a little on the warm side, but it's wonderful. I understand over the weekend the temperature's going to drop about 30 degrees. We'll be down in Texas where it'll be about 10 degrees hotter than it is right here, however.
At least that much more.
Erstad takes the breaking ball this time, down low. Erstad, for a long, long time, was playing first and second with Edgar Martinez as far as the hitting derby was concerned. Right now, both Erstad and Edgar and Pudge Rodriguez are all trailing Nomar Garciaparra of the Red Sox. Big hook. 2-1 the count.
Well, this guy's having quite a year. He's second in the league right now with a .372 batting average, working on the 11-game hitting streak, and at the same time leads the world in hits this year. He already has 121 hits.
Yeah, he's having a banner year. It's not a career year. Curve got him. Slow Uncle Charlie, a slow breaking ball that time.
All right, let's take a look at the Southwest Airlines starting lineup for the Anaheim Angels. Here's the way it goes here in the opening game. Erstad, Spezio, Vaughn, Salmon, Anderson, Glass, Molina, Kennedy, and then Gill. On the mound, right-handed pitcher. It is Aaron Sele, 62% fastball, good curveball. We just saw that curveball to Erstad 31% of the time, and he's coming off a very good outing. He won his last start.
Scott Spezio takes just outside. Spezio is a switch hitter. The Angels have not lost more than 3 games in a row, and they have not won more than 3 games in a row. They've been kind of steady as she goes all year long. They are 3 games over 500 at 39 and 36. A little low. But the Angels are 5 games back of the Mariners, who are half a game back of Oakland. And the Angels are 4 games ahead of the Texas Rangers. We'll see the Texas Rangers over the weekend, and we'll see these Angels 4 games next week at Edison International Field. So Spezio down to first base.
And while he goes down there, let's take a look at the defense alignment behind Aaron Sele in the game this evening. And it'll be Olerud, McLemore, Rodriguez, and Bell around the infield. Henderson, Cameron, Buhner out in right field, and Oliver following the signals for Sele tonight.
Well, here comes the only man that's been in the upper deck here at Safeco Field since it opened on the 15th of July last year. Big Mo Vaughn.
Boy, look at all that gladiator padding he's got on his arm. And he stands right over on top of the plate.
Sinker a little low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Sele, as you look at Vaughn, just 2 days ago, celebrated the birthday. Aaron was 30 on Sunday. Two and 0. The Mariners now have 13 games in a row that takes them up to the All-Star break. 10 of those 13 are against the West. They're all against the Angels or Texas. And they have a 3-game series here with the Dodgers.
Big swing at that off-speed pitch that time. What kind of a hit zone does Mo Vaughn have? Well, take a look at this. There it is. He likes the ball out over the plate. Likes the ball in and up and out over the plate so he can extend those big, strong arms. He's right on top of the plate.
There goes the runner, and it swung on and lined to right field, and Buhner didn't see it and makes up for it and makes an amazing catch. Goes back to first base for not quite the double play. Almost had the double play. Buhner at the last moment picked it out of the Gloman. Yes, indeed. And stuck the glove out, and there was the ball.
Jay fighting that sun out there in right field. You can see he makes that fine catch. I think if Jay sees that ball right away, that he's able to, would be able to get Spezio doubled off at first base. Kind of close to begin with.
So, Buhner, a tremendous catch as it turns out, what should have been a fairly routine catch. And here's Timmy Salmon now, the right fielder. Strike one on the foul ball.
Hey, this ball club has a lot of danger, a lot of power right in the middle of their lineup. You have Vaughn with 20 home runs, Salmon with 17, you have Garrett Anderson 21, Troy Gloss with 23. Those 4 guys average, so far this year, 20 home runs.
And a big curveball on 2. The Angels will have 3 and maybe 4 guys with Mr. Salmon here, if he gets 3 more before the break, have 20 or more home runs for the first time in their history at the All-Star break. They've already got 3. And Vaughn and Anderson and Gloss. 1 and 2.
Well, take a look at those 3 guys right there. Now, Garrett Anderson's average down just a bit. But, I mean, he's already tied a career high in home runs this year, and he's already driven in 55 runs. So, all 3 of those guys are on pace to have great years, home run and RBI-wise.
A little on inside. The Angels have hit 120 home runs. They're number 2 in the league in power. Only Toronto has hit more. Toronto has hit 128. Mike Scioscia, the new skipper, a very popular guy in Dodger lore, has done a heck of a job.
Well, I think the big thing that Scioscia has done is change the attitude of the guys down there in the dugout. He has a very positive attitude, and I think he has brought that into the Angels organization, and so far it's paying off well for him.
Curveball, and Uncle Charlie came a visiting twice in this inning. Once to Darren Erstad, he knocked on the door of Tim Salmon, and Salmon let him through the door. So 1 left, no score. We'll go to the bottom of the first after this from Southwest Airlines.
You never know how good your homeowner's insurance is until you really need it. Will they come through for you like Safeco does? Will they work with you to make your home a safer place?
Nothing gives you peace of mind like Safeco Insurance.
Hey, back on your feet after all that work you missed.
Yeah, good thing my supplemental insurance kicked in.
Something what?
Aflac?
Well, even the best health insurance doesn't give you cash to cover things like lost pay or other expenses. This does. What does?
Aflac?
Oh, sorry, buddy. What? Anyway, ask about it at work.
Aflac. Without it, no insurance is complete.
Ask about what?
Aflac!
Sele with a couple of strikeouts in the top half of the first inning. The Angels didn't score. Let's take a look at the Southwest Airlines starting lineup for the Mariners in the first game of the series. It'll be Henderson, Cameron Rodriguez, Martinez, Olerud Jr., Bell, Oliver, and then McLemore. And on the mound, the veteran right-handed pitcher, Tim Belcher, 79% fastball. He is a battler. He's going to give you everything he has, and he's going to come right after you. And this is the third start since coming off the disabled list. Looking at the defensive alignment, let's check around the horn. Mo Vaughn is at first base. Adam Kennedy at second base. Troy Gloss at third base. And at shortstop, Ben G. Gill, the former Texas Ranger. Darren Erstad in left field. He's a dandy. Garrett Anderson having quite a year out in center field. And Tim Salmon, solid right fielder for the Angels. And Ben Molina, Angels rookie catcher, having quite a year himself. And on the mound, veteran right-hander Tim Belcher. You can see the numbers on Tim and just the innings, the hits, walks, and strikeouts allowed since coming off the disabled list. As we mentioned, a lifetime mark of 4-4 against the Mariners.
Tim, in December of last year, had surgery on his right flexor muscle. He was activated from the DL on the 17th of June, and in his two starts has been absolutely outstanding. And as Ron pointed out, there's no tougher competitor in the business. You know that if you're a Mariner fan from 1995. He's a guy that will give you a lot of innings, and Ricky Henderson hits a towering high fly ball on the first pitch. And Anderson back there, Garrett Anderson, to make the catch. Tim in his last start against the Royals won 6 innings, threw 86 pitches. And that's about 90 pitches is about, I would guess, his limit again tonight after that surgery. 90 to 100 pitches. He was outstanding. 2-0.
Well, he won that ball game 4-3, and he gets a lot of fly ball outs. You just saw Ricky Henderson pop that ball up in the center field. For some reason, Belcher has always been able to get away with that high fastball, get a lot of pop-ups and a long fly ball outs.
At the knee, he's a great pitch that time. Well located, didn't get the ball up. He can give up some length, there's no doubt about it. We've seen a lot of long home runs hit off Tim Belcher. A man of many faces, as you'll see out there on the mound throughout the evening. One ball, one strike. About as nice a guy as you'd ever want to meet, Tim Belcher, of the farm country of Ohio. Net slider a little low. 2-1. These are 3 big games for the Angels. I'm not going to say they're do or die games. They aren't, because you haven't even played half the season yet. But you're approaching the halfway mark, and you hate to be 10 games back at the halfway point. Threw a fastball right on by my camera. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As you can see right now, they're 5.5 back. And 3 of the 4 clubs in the West over 500. I think 1991 was the last year that everybody in the West finished over 500, and that was, of course, the first year the Mariners ever finished over 500 in 1991.
Belcher's going to be all around the strike zone. He's going to be up, down. He's going to be inside. He's going to be away. He's going to try to get you out any way he possibly can. And you have to have a lot of discipline hitting off a guy like this.
Slider.
When I say a lot of discipline hitting off a guy like Tim Belcher, is that he'll fall behind in the count and he'll give you that high fastball and get you to pop that ball up. Or he'll get you to chase a few pitches out of the strike zone. So you really have to be alert when you hit off a guy like this, because he's got a good idea as to how to pitch to everybody in the lineup. Although there are some guys in the lineup that have solved Belcher over their career. And you watch Edgar sitting right there. Watch, he's watching everything that Belcher's doing.
And he walked it. So Mike Cameron to first base, and here comes A-Rod. Alex Rodriguez leading the league in runs scored with 74. And he hits Belcher well. One of those guys Ron was referring to. He's got a .346 lifetime batting average against Tim Belcher.
Well, there are half a dozen guys in the lineup tonight that have had a lot of success average-wise and also home run-wise against Belcher. Buhner's had success. Cameron, Martinez, McLemore, Olerud, and A-Rod.
A-Rod going to put that one into the seats down the right field line, foul.
Got a couple of home runs off of Belcher. 9 for 26 against him. And believe me, Belcher knows the guys that have given him a rough time.
Find that slider. He's got a forkball too, and a good one.
Well, in one of the scouting reports that I saw in Belcher is that he will back up his curveball, meaning that he'll throw that 2 or 3 times in a row. Now, we just saw a breaking ball, a slider to Alex Rodriguez that he fouled away and came back with yet another breaking ball.
One and two on A-Rod.
That may have been a slider also. Also, better keep an eye on Mike Cameron. I think Lou would like to turn Cameron loose a little bit more. Now, he has the kind of speed. He has only half a dozen stolen bases. But I think here in the next few games, I think we're going to probably see Cameron try to steal a little bit more.
Got him. So Alex Rodriguez taking a look at a pitch right on the inside corner at the knees, according to Mike DeMuro.
As I recall, DeMuro has a very wide strike zone. Take a look at this pitch again. This pitch right here, well, a little tough to tell from that angle. But as I recall, DeMuro has a very wide strike zone, and I think Alex just found out.
Well, here's Edgar. A little high. Inside. Edgar 0 for his last 11, so that's big news when he gets to stringing it out that much. That's about as far as he lets it go on most occasions. He's hit the ball hard on several of those 0 for 11s, though. Right at people. Three and 0. Actually, Darren Erstad's not first. Nomar Garcia Parra is first, and Edgar Martinez is fourth. Garcia Parra has just moved into the lead because he is qualified with a 3.1 at bats per game, and he's the number one dog right now. Garcia Parra hitting .383. So Edgar Martinez pushes Mike Cameron down to second base, and here's John Olerud, another guy that has great success against Tim Belcher.
Yeah, including a couple of home runs. A .412 batting average. He's 7 for 17 against Tim Belcher. There you are. See those numbers right there. Dave, you're talking about Edgar going 0 for 11, and great hitters like that, they don't do it very often. I asked Stan Musial, a great hitter for the Cardinals many years ago, what his longest hitting slump was. He said, I think I went 0 for 16 once. And that was about it.
Mariners are making Belcher work here in the first inning. 1-1 on the man who leads the league in doubles, John Olerud, with 26 two-base hits. Way outside, 2-1.
When you talk to a lot of pitchers, they feel that within 4 or 5 pitches, you should get the hitter out. I mean, either he should be on base or you should get him out.
Fastball, and it's fair down the left field line, just inside the chalk, toward the corner. So Cameron will score. Better get back to first base. John Edgar's not going to try to go to third. Olerud was halfway down to second. The Mariners lead it 1-0. Had Edgar not been at first base, Olerud would have had his 27th double.
Easily. Take a look at it again, just inside the bag at third base, slicing that ball away, and you can see just over the corner of the bag. And obviously a fair ball. That'll get Cameron in easily. And then Edgar able to get down to just to second base.
Here's Buhner, another Mariner who has, look at that career average against Mr. Belcher. Mike Cameron scoring to make it a 1-0 ball game. Jay Buhner, of course, the chairman of yesterday's golf tournament, the Cystic Fibrosis Golf Tournament, and an unbelievable success. Over $420,000 was pledged for cystic fibrosis. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, it was a fun day, and picked an absolutely wonderful day to have the tournament. And Jay did an outstanding job in orchestrating all this, and I applaud Jay for his work with cystic fibrosis. And this year, the Mariners and all were able to raise $420,000. Had a great time out there.
And congratulations to Rick Riz and the fabulous job that he did as the auctioneer last night.
Rick did an outstanding job. The guy got up there and worked the crowd.
Shouted his lungs up.
Oh, yeah. Didn't need a microphone for Rick last night. But a great job he did. Good job by all.
That gets away from the catcher Molina, but not far enough. That was his forkball.
job blocking that ball. I mean, that ball landed about 2-3 feet in front of home plate. Wearing the goalie's mask.
Full foul. Oakland up to their old tricks. They've already scored a couple of runs in the bottom of the first against Texas at the Coliseum, and they're still at bat.
Every time I look at the scoreboard, Oakland is always hitting. I never see the other team hit. I look down there, I see that little dot next to their name, and I never see the other team get a chance to hit.
Misses. So the two out there get a run, Edgar and Olerud. With David Bell do next. And the breaking ball foul back, and that was right in his wheelhouse, too.
Boy, that was a good pitch to hit, and Belcher got away with a pitch. And Tim knows it. Look for the location of his pitch, and look just at the swing that Jay had. I mean, good balance, had his head and his eyes right on the ball, just fouled it off.
And he went around on a slider. So Buhner mad tosses the bat away. The Mariners settle for the 1, and they lead 2. So as we go to the second inning of play, Belcher a bit of a struggle, but the Mariners get only 1, and they lead it 1-0 after 1.
Hello, it's Bob, and I've got a pitch for you. Come into the Money Tree and slide into some cash.
Money Tree gives payday loans for instant cash.
We've got a branch near you.
At Les Schwab, we're proud of our written warranty. The warranty you don't pay extra for. The warranty that does what it says. Free road hazard protection. Free tire rotation. Free flat repair. And much more. Think of our warranty as a customer service thank you. Honored at more than 300 Les Schwab tire centers throughout the West. It's why we say, if we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it.
Come here, boy.
With its V6 power and shift-on-the-fly four-wheel drive, the Grand Vitara can get you and your buddy through anything. The V6 Grand Vitara from Suzuki.
Wow, Suzuki, huh?
It's Motor Week's best small SUV of the year.
Take I-5 across the Interstate Bridge, take the City Center exit, and you're there. Bill Kopp's Suzuki in downtown Vancouver.
Steak. Order the steak. I highly recommend it. It's grilled to perfection. Delicious. Yeah, I like mine medium. Steak.
The Kegs Lobster Summer is back. Enjoy our sirloin with half a lobster. Fresh steamed whole Atlantic lobster and lots more. Lobster Summer from June 5th to July 30th.
Don't listen to him. He's crazy. Desperate, really. Ignore him. Steak. That's where it's at.
Coverage beyond the box score. The National Sports Report tonight.
Well, coming up after the game, we will have an NBA draft preview. We'll tell you more about that in a little bit, as we have Garrett Anderson stepping in to lead it off and takes a strike from Aaron Seeley. Garrett Anderson owns Aaron Seeley. Strike 2 call by Mike DeMuro. A .450 hitter against Aaron Seeley. Olerud backs up and takes a second hop, and a nice toss right on the money. To Seeley, still one away. Well, as we were saying, coming up immediately after the game, an NBA draft preview and a full wrap of the day in the major leagues, plus center court tennis action from Wimbledon. Day 2 highlights, the National Sports Report featuring news, opinions, and highlights from a fresh perspective. tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. Here's Troy Gloss, who has missed the last 2 games with a stiff back. He's had back spasms. This big kid, an outstanding ball player, and he's going to do nothing but get better. He's got awesome power.
Well, as big as he is, he can generate a lot of bat speed. He's having quite a year, and as you said, he's going to get better and better. And there's a big, wild swing right there. Needs just a couple of more home runs to tie old Daddy Wags, Leon Wagner, for a club record of hitting 25 home runs before the All-Star break.
Yeah, Leon Wagner. I used to have a clothing shop in Southern California. Leon was a delightful guy, and his motto was, "Get your rags at Daddy Wags."
I remember that.
Yeah,
sure.
Great smile. Two and two.
Well, you can see this season what he's doing is compared to 1998, 1999. Big difference right there.
Got him. Boys, he got that curveball going for him tonight.
Third strikeout for Aaron Sele. And all of them have come off that wicked curveball that he has. Look at it one more time. See the background and then the big overhand curveball. You know, Joe Oliver was saying that on that breaking ball, a lot of times it comes out of the backdrop, the batter's eye, and gets up into some of the signs and what have you up there with a big overhand curveball from Sele. A little tough to see it.
That's a slider.
There's a break.
Yeah, that's not big overhand curveball. That's kind of a slider.
But Joe down there in the crouch, Sele, when he drops that big overhand curveball, sometimes tough to see it.
There it is. Comes in with some gas that time.
Molina having a good year, batting .324 coming in the game. Hey, this young man had a 14-game hitting streak here earlier in the month. It's cooled off a little bit, but swings the bat well.
There's that curveball. Beautiful, beautiful night. 89 degrees at game time. The fastball almost, not quite. Again, a little closer to that outside corner. 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Full count on Ben Molina. There's a base hit. Hung a breaking ball that time. So Molina is at first with 2 outs, and that'll bring up one of the top contenders for Rookie of the Year in the American League. An update from the Coliseum in Oakland. Oakland 3-0. In the top of the second, Texas is at bat. That update brought to you by U.S. West. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes.
See the stance of Adam Kennedy. Hits from that crouch position and really dives into the plate.
Jamie Moore Moyer and Ken Hill in tomorrow night's second game of the 3-game series. Tad inside. And then Thursday afternoon, that's a business person special, Gil Mesh against Kent Bottenfield.
Outstanding rookie season for this young man. Right now leads the Major League rookies in home runs, RBIs, runs scored, total bases. He's having quite a year.
Hits. Line foul down the right field line. Count full. Had 8 RBIs in one game in Toronto in April. The most in one game this season in Major League Baseball. Got him again, the curveball. So that's been his strikeout pitch. He has 4 of them, and every strikeout has come on a curveball. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Bell, Oliver, and McLemore due up. 1-0 Mariners.
Book your travel online with Southwest Airlines, and you'll automatically get double Rapid Rewards flight credits, which means 4 round trips get you a free ticket and some downtime for your computer. And American Express card members can use membership rewards points to earn free Southwest Airlines tickets even faster.
You are now free to move about the country. Different. Big savings, just about. Big savings, almost everything. Don't you wish? Big savings. Magnum Power, up to 2,000. Dodge Ram Magnum Power. Dodge Dakota, up to 2,000. Cash allowance, almost every truck, almost every car. Don't you wish? Limited time. Dodge savings. Don't wait. Dodge different. Dodge different. Dodge different.
Hey. Hi. You guys on a road trip? Yeah. Where are you from? Fowler. And where are you headed? Where are we headed? You know, on your road trip. Here.
Right now at AM/PM, you can get a 44-ounce fountain drink for just 49 cents.
Where are we headed? Duh.
At Napa, we have over 211,000 top-quality automotive parts to help keep your vehicle off the disabled list. Visit your Western Washington and Oregon Napa Auto Parts stores today.
Mariners up 1-0, moving into the bottom of the second. Coming up tonight, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. Join anchors Tom Glasgow and Rod Simons for 30 minutes of nightly sports news, completely dedicated to the home teams of the Pacific Northwest. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, don't miss the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report Northwest Edition tonight at 11 on Fox Sports Net. David Bell, the hitter. And Mr. Belcher down low with the first pitch and outside with the breaking ball. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And that ball is pulled right down the line deep. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a fair ball. Fly away. David Bell, number 5. He pulled it right into the corner over the wall. So that little boy is a happy guy, and he's giving it to his little sister to have a look right now. And David Bell has hit it out, his 5th of the year, and the Mariners have a 2-0 lead.
Okay, that went to the upper deck. He cleared the 710 Cairo sign right down the line, but ended up in the upper deck. Look at it one more time. Here's a high fastball that Belcher did not get away with, and you can see right down the line, just inside the foul pole.
Wrapped right around the foul pole, and it was fair by a good margin. Yep, right over the Sodo Mojo sign. Bob Oliver's taking ball one. Told you we have seen them, Mr. Belcher, give up some wink. Calling out a 385-foot home run. And that's just poked very nicely, thank you. Reached out and just went with the pitch and lined it into right field for a base hit. That's the second time we've seen Ollie do that since being recalled. Go with that nice fastball and just punch it into right field.
Well, if you try to do too much with a pitch that you're fooled on, you won't be able to do anything with it at all. So just trying to lay the bat on the ball, and you had good results out of it with that going the other way like that.
Strike on that.
See, now look at the Oakland scoreboard again. See, now you got to look at the. See, they're still hitting. They're hitting again.
Well, yeah, but Texas scored one since they hit last.
I know. I don't get a chance to see the other team hit.
It's 3-1. Nice stop by Molina. Tampa Bay has hammered the Eastern Division, leading Toronto Blue Jays tonight 11-1. On the outside corner. Belcher now 38 years of age. He's home in Mount Gilead, Ohio, born in Sparta, Ohio. And that's down the left field line, and it's going to drop foul. Great try by Erstad, but he comes up shy. Tim Belcher, 3 of the last 4 years, pitching over 200 innings. He will not this year, of course, nor did he last year. Mr. Henderson is next.
Ricky came out and took a lot of extra batting practice this afternoon, working on his stroke.
Oliver goes, and the pitch pulled foul. So sending catcher Joe Oliver with nobody out on a 3-2 pitch is Lou. And there he goes again, and again it's fouled away. That man was the first man signed, first man drafted in the June '83 free agent draft by the Twins, but he didn't sign with the Twins. And that pitch is low and outside, so the Mariners have 1 in and 2 on with nobody out. Third walk already given up by Tim Belcher, and he continues his struggle early in this ball game. Say, Aaron Seeley fans, mark your calendar for Friday, July the 7th. It's Aaron Seeley poster night. The first 20,000 fans receiving a full-color poster of the Mariners pitcher, courtesy of Eagle Hardware and Garden. It's the 4th poster in a series of 6, so don't miss out on that one. Call 206-622-HITS or order online at mariners.org. th of July, the Dodgers will be here. Ricky takes a slider for a strike.
First time up, high fastball. Ricky went after it, popped the ball up. Now Belcher starts him off with a breaking ball, the first pitch.
Go, Ricky!
Another one, but it's low and outside. Mike Scioscia, his first year as a major league skipper. One of the best in the business of blocking the plate when he was a catcher. Fastball, and Ricky hits it foul at the plate.
I think that may have hit Ricky in the leg. Hit the ground and bounced up and hit him in the leg. That's a dead ball. Look at it again. There's this thing. Off the ground and off his shin.
Ricky is powerfully built. His biceps are huge. He's got those, as you see him pull up that left shirt sleeve, you can see how big his arms really are. He can generate some power. He's got muscular thighs and calves. And pull down the third base line to Gloss. He goes to second for one, throw back to first, not in time. Good hustle by Ricky Henderson.
Throw it down at second base might have been a little bit high, and Kennedy kind of got his feet tangled up. Here it is. There's the throw down to second base, and then you can see Kennedy did not really turn that very well. He was off balance when he made the throw, and when he made the throw, had nothing on it. And you can see that Ricky getting to first base before the throw, and I think maybe it was McLemore sliding into second base that may have caused Kennedy not to put much on that pitch, or on that throw.
Good hustle by Ricky Henderson also. Mike Cameron walked in the first inning and scored the first run. Step off.
Well, he didn't step to third base. Well, there goes Belcher out of the game.
Uh-oh, so Tim Belcher has been thrown out of the ball game. And the balk, of course, makes it 3-0 as Oliver scores, and Henderson goes to second, but Belcher has just been ejected by home plate umpire Mike DeMuro. Mike Everett, the third base coach, trying to calm down Tim Belcher. And Mike Scioscia, better watch it, he also will spend the rest of the night back in the clubhouse. Big Mo Vaughn is right there to try and calm down Tim Belcher.
Well, Belcher is saying that he stepped to third, faked to third, which is perfectly legal, and then turned around to first base to see if you could get the runner caught sleeping at first base. But I think what the umpires are saying is that Belcher did not step to third base. He cheated. He stepped too much toward home plate.
So Belcher's not going to go without having some choice words. And we're going to, and Mike Scioscia's going to vent now. And Scioscia better watch it or he'll be gone also. Belcher leaves. Belcher ejected after the balk was called, and he said the magic words. And you can see him, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Last time we saw Tim Belcher this mad was on that rainy night in New York in that long ball game. You remember where the Mariners came home down 2-0 in 1995? Jimmy Leyritz had hit that long home run, and everybody wanted to talk to Jim Belcher, and Belcher had a little confrontation with the camera crew, and he's really a heck of a guy. But he was irate, and that's the last time we've seen him this upset. And he's going to be leaving. And Tim is really letting it go now, and Mike Scioscia is also letting home plate umpire Mike DeMuro know what he thinks about the situation. We're going to have quite a delay because the pitcher isn't even up in the bullpen, and the pitcher hasn't even arrived or hasn't even opened the gate down there to come in.
Well, they don't know who to bring in.
Look at it to see if you can see whether he steps off or if he goes to third base at all. Here's the stretch, and, well, I'll tell you.
Home plate umpire called it right away. You can see the reaction of Belcher as he thought he made a good fake and then checked over at first base, not realizing right about now the balk has been called.
So Mike Scioscia has not beckoned the pitcher out yet. And he's saying, why? And you can't see exactly what he has said to initiate that. But what he did say was something you can't say, obviously.
Well, you got Big Mo Vaughn coming in, and you got Scioscia trying to stay in between. Look where the front foot, look where the left foot lands. Where is he stepping? Well, is that to third base or is that more to the plate? And that's what the umpire, that's where the umpire got him. Said he did not step to third base. Look where this foot lands. It lands, well, if you're going to go to third base, you got to go over here. If you're going to go to the plate, it's got to be in this area. Well, he stepped in there. He kind of cheated halfway, and he got caught. Just sometimes you've seen left-handed pitchers when they come set and they throw the ball to first base, they call the balk for not stepping a little bit more direct toward the bag.
So Mike Ferry is going to take over now on the mound for the Angels as Belcher is ejected from the ball game. The Mariners leading it by a score of 3-0. I will say this: Mike DeMuro let Scioscia have his say, and Scioscia is still around. Belcher is gone. And remember that one spring training where they put those chalk lines down for the pitchers out there?
Yeah, they did.
Where you had to show that you stepped either toward the plate or toward first base, or in this case, toward third base.
Yeah, I do.
If they had that out there now, I'm not sure that would have constituted stepping toward third base, Red.
Well, maybe we can see it one more time in the corner here. Where does he step? Where does that thing land? Well, his foot lands right about in there. See where that's almost to the plate, isn't it? It comes off in this area in here.
Well, I'll tell you.
are you deceiving the runner? I mean, that's all part of the balk anyway, trying to deceive the runner. Did not catch Ricky. I mean, Ricky, you can see Ricky's already leaning back toward the first base area. So he's not being fooled at all. But the guy that's the most upset right there obviously had to be Tim Belcher. And the umpire did not waste any time. He called it right away.
So a balk immediately called. Belcher immediately ejected. And here comes Joe Olerud to hit the pay station. And the Mariners lead it by a score of 3-0. So Fury will continue to take his warm-up tosses. That man, Mike DeMuro, his dad used to be an umpire at the big league level here. His dad was killed in Kansas City. A car hit him. And Mike DeMuro, his dad was Lou DeMuro, has just ejected Tim Belcher. His call to the bullpen is brought to you by U.S. West. Life's better here.
Summer's here. Time for summer fun. On the run. At your Les Schwab Tire Centers, the right tires for whatever you drive. Featuring sale prices on Spectrum, Proxus FZ4, ZE326, Grand Am, and more, including the largest selection of pickup and SUV tires throughout the West in stock.
At Les Schwab, we're not just putting on tires, we're putting on summer.
Maybe you could help me out with something.
Oh, this is amazing. There she is, the bug of my dreams, and she lives right next door.
Could I borrow a cup of money?
Oh, this is just too good.
You want to go grab dinner?
This is amazing.
Visit Money Tree today for a payday loan. Just write us a post-dated check and we'll hold it until you get paid.
Money Tree, your cash solution.
3-0 Mariners on top. Tim Belcher on his way to the clubhouse. It's our U.S. West update, first one of the night. American League East update. Baltimore has a 3-1 lead over Boston right now because Charles Johnson just hit a 2-run home run in the 10th inning. New York and Detroit are tied 6-6. Paul O'Neill with a sacrifice fly to tie it. That in the top of the 8th. Dean Palmer has a grand slam in that ball game, and Tony Clark for the Tigers with a solo shot. And look at Tampa Bay all over Toronto, the division-leading Toronto Blue Jays. Here's your up-to-the-minute standings. The Yankees can gain half a game with a win. Boston 2 out. Blue Jays will hold on to first place in the East. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Rich. Mike Fury will come in and take over now on the mound for the ejected Tim Belcher. Fury pitched one inning yesterday against the Minnesota Twins. His last 9 outings, he's been outstanding. He's only given up 1 earned run in 13 2/3 innings. We call from Edmonton, AAA ball on the 10th of May when Kenny Hill went on the DL, and we'll see Hill start tomorrow night. Ball 1 ball and no strikes to Cameron. Belcher had not thrown a pitch to Cameron when he was called for the ball.
Jerry out of UCLA. The Angels' number 1 pick.
Take 2-0.
Take that back. He signed as a free agent. Grew up in Long Beach. 6'2", weighs 203 pounds.
On the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. There was a time when Belcher pitched for the Mariners and he got tossed out in Kansas City. Pitching for Kansas City, I beg your pardon. And it was against the Mariners, and he got tossed out for arguing balls and strikes. And he left a note for the media explaining what they questions to what they may have wanted to ask. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was very, very polite.
When the game was over, he was gone. But he had that. He had the answers to all the questions already written out. Well, I think he has a pretty good argument. I mean, in his mind, he stepped toward third base, and then wanted to turn quickly and see if they could get the runner at first base. So, in a way, I understand what Belcher was trying to do, and he thought he did it properly.
Fury on the outside corner, and right there, Cameron is down on strikes. So that's the second out in the inning. And here comes A-Rod. A-Rod caught looking on an inside corner pitch from Belcher in the first inning. Breaking ball right at the knees to Alex Rodriguez.
Kind of a long ending for Sele to be sitting around. We'll have to wait and see what kind of an effect that this long delay has on him.
And another one. Looked like he took a little off that time, and he's got A-Rod in the hole, 2 strikes.
Whenever you talk to the hitters, they don't like to hit off of someone that they haven't seen before. They'd much rather hit off of someone that they have seen pitch against them before. Do you have an idea as to how their fastball is, what kind of a fastball they have? Kind of movement, how hard they throw?
Inside. Alex leading Derek Jeter by that much in the All-Star voting. Look at the league leaders, brought to you by Les Schwab Tires and Omar Garcia Parra. Ricky Henderson certainly has Mike Fury's attention down there at second base. Fury in the dirt with that one, and a good pick by Ben Molina, the catcher. You get 2 strikes on a hitter like A-Rod, and you start picking and picking, and before you know it, you're right back in the kettle.
Well, if you give him any kind of a pitch to hit, he's liable to hit one in the gap or hit one out.
High fly ball to right field, down the right field line, and Salmon over toward the corner to make the catch, and that will retire the side. So the Mariners get a couple, one on a home run, one on a balk, thank you, and an ejection of the pitcher. They lead it 3-0.
आदाब विक्रम शो से हम आपका स्वागत करते हैं। आज मेरे साथ एक मशहूर मेहमान अरुंधति।
2 खिलाड़ियों का नाम अरुंधति और भारत है, मगर ये देखो क्या हो रहा है। दोनों खिलाड़ी अब तैयार है, वो एक दूसरे के पास हंगामा हुआ अरे यार, एक दूसरे गलत आदमी को मारा, ये गड़बड़ हो रहा है। ये मामला मेक्सिको की सालगिरह लगता है, ये दीवानों का मेला लगता है। अरे अरे अरे, क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है।
Mark your calendar. because June is National Jeep Month, where you could save with our biggest factory-to-dealer incentives of the year when you buy Grand Cherokee Laredo or lease and get $2,750 in total values. And if you're a returning Daimler Chrysler lessee, you'll save with an additional $1,000 in loyalty lease cash. So hurry in, because this offer is only for a limited time. But the fun you'll have will last long after that. See your dealer during National Jeep Month.
It's here now. It's Nissan's 4th of July tent event. Now through July 5th, get great values on 2000 and 2001 Nissans, such as 3.9% APR financing on vehicles like the 222 horsepower Maxima, or get $1,500 cash allowance and 3.9 APR on all two-door Frontiers. They're all here now, but hurry, $1,500 cash allowance and 3.9 APR ends July 5th. See your Northwest Nissan dealer today.
This is Fox Sports Net.
Well, 3-0, the Mariners leading it. This reminder, select games for the remainder of the Mariners schedule are selling fast, so make sure that you plan ahead so you don't miss out on the fun this summer. Good seats are still available, but they won't last long. To reserve your spot, you call 206-622-HITS or order online at mariners.org. Benji Gill, the shortstop, will start the third inning for the Angels, and we'll see how much that long layoff has affected Mr. Sele, if at all.
Well, he had such good command of that curveball that he's thrown tonight. Well, that long delay, what kind of an effect it has. 4 strikeouts, and they've all come in the breaking ball.
Down low with the fastball. And the same spot again. 2 balls and no strikes. The count on Benji Gill.
Brian Price studying along with Lou Piniella.
Mark McLemore has the 2-hopper. 1 down. Meanwhile, at the Coliseum in Oakland, the Athletics continue to pour it on. Our U.S. West update as Oakland leads Texas 5-2. Rafael Palmeiro, his 20th home run, for Texas's 2nd run of the game. You'll see Palmeiro and all the Rangers this weekend in the heat of Texas. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, a strike, and then on into Anaheim for a 4-game series. This is the Angels' last visit here. One on Darren Erstad. With that low fastball. The Angels are really banged up. They've got Kevin Stocker on the DL with a bad knee. They've got Scott Schoenweiss, a pitcher with a rib cage injury. And Mr. McLemore, his 2nd assist and as many batters here in the 3rd. They've got Jason Dixon with a hip and a shoulder injury. They've got Kent Merker with a hematoma. They've got Gary DiSarcina with a broken right tibia. So they're banged up. Here's Scott Spezio, the designated hitter. Freddie Garcia, will he pitch Saturday in Texas? Well, that decision apparently is going to be made tomorrow, after his last rehab start last night in Everett.
Threw 98 pitches, threw the ball well. But I have a feeling, Dave, that I think the Mariners would like to have Freddie pitch one more time against a little bit better competition. But there they are right there. I mean, you're going to end up with 5 starters. Which ones do you take out of the rotation?
It's a nice problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Curveball for a strike.
But I think in talking with Brian Price, they'd like to see Freddie have another outing against a little bit better competition to see what kind of stuff he has, because The hitters will pretty much tell you what kind of stuff he has.
Another curveball and an appeal denied by Mike Everett. There he is, the Chief. Welcome back to a Mariner uniform in the bullpen. And that's into the hole. So Spezio with his second Angel hit.
Boy, and he continues to wear out Aaron Sele. He is now 10 for 17. He was hitting .563 against Aaron Sele and got it down to 2 strikes, and then he still gets a base hit. Now here's Big Mo.
Vaughn hit that sinking line drive in the first inning. And Buhner picked it up at the propitious moment, at the last moment, and tumbled and backhanded the ball and made a great catch out of what it should have been a fairly routine play. The strike to Big Mo Vaughn.
Well, he's looking to be just one of 3 active players with 8 years of hitting 25 home runs or more. The other 2 are Barry Bonds and Albert Bell.
Yes, right there on the inside corner, 1 and 2, and it fooled him.
Might have been looking for that curveball that Aaron Sele has featured, because he sure did not react very well to that fastball. Because Mo wants to hit the fastball. That's the pitch he wants to hit. He likes fastballs.
Here comes the curve, I think. No, it's a slider. Just missed inside. That low inside pitch is a dangerous pitch to a left-handed batter.
I know it is. You can see where Mo stands in relationship. He's got his arms out over the plate.
Fastball and a little blooper, and A-Rod can't quite get to it. So it just eludes Alex's glove, and Scott Spezio scoots on to third base. A little bleeder.
That's just nothing but brutal strength right there. That ball jams Big Mo, and it just misses Alex's glove by a couple of inches. But this is just muscling the ball out of the infield. Very few guys have that kind of strength, because that ball, well, that hit him clear down near the trademark. Probably didn't break his bat in half. A dangerous hitter. Here's a guy that, well, he's 0 for 1. He struck out the first time out. Here's a tough hitter right here. And he's one of the better hitters on the road this year. He's batting .336 on the road.
Runner goes, lined into the gap in left center field, so the Angels have a run as Spezio scores. And Salmon straightens out that fastball and laces it into left center field for an RBI single. So 3 consecutive hits with 2 outs and nobody on. And Garrett Anderson will be the hitter.
Here's a guy that's tough to walk. We've mentioned about some of the other hitters here recently. But how about Garrett Anderson? Only 8 walks in 308 at-bats. This guy will swing at anything.
Low and inside.
Got to be careful. This guy has some power. He demonstrated this year. He's tied his career high in home runs already. Seven of his last 13 hits have been home runs. So he's been on a good roll.
And he goes to left field, and Ricky is there to gather it in and retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits and 2 left for the Angels. Coming back, Edgar, Olerud, and Buhner. Mariners up 3-1.
There's a place in Cooperstown, New York, where memories come to life.
Would you believe that? Well, this guy's in another world.
Where moments become memories, the Baseball Hall of Fame at Cooperstown. Different. Big savings, just about. Big savings, almost everything. Don't you wish? Big savings. Magnum Power, up to 2,000. Dodge. Ram Magnum Power. Dodge. Dakota, up to 2,000. Cash allowance, almost every truck. Almost every car. Don't you wish? Limited time. Dodge savings. Don't wait. Dodge different.
Seattle Mariners baseball is brought to you by your Northwest Ford stores, home of the Northwest's #1 selling lineup of SUVs, and by Napa Auto Parts. Get it done right the first time. Go see the Napa Pros today. Well, welcome back to Safeco Field. The staircase that leads from the left field bleachers up right over the top of the scoreboard out there in left field as the fans are walking around. And at that particular level, you can walk completely around the ballpark and never miss a pitch here at this magnificent baseball arena. Edgar Martinez steps in and leads it off against Mike Ferry here in the 3rd inning. And a strike to Edgar. He walked in the 1st inning.
We saw where Big Mo Vaughn likes to stand. Well, there's for Edgar. Deep in the batter's box. Has good plate coverage from there. The reason Edgar stands as far back in the batter's box as he can to get a longer look at the pitches thrown by the pitchers.
Yeah, perfect pitch right there. 2-2. Edgar bangs it just foul. That 40th anniversary patch being worn by the Angels on their sleeve. 40th year. On the outside corner, and Edgar is called out. So 1 away. Sunday, July the 9th, Safeco Field presents a salute to women in professional baseball during a special pregame ceremony before the Mariners and the Dodgers game. You're going to get to meet players made famous in the movie A League of Their Own. Plus, if you're one of the first 20,000 fans through the gate, you'll get a commemorative poster. For tickets, you can call 206-622-HITS. Olerud should have had his 27th double in the 1st inning. Instead, he settled for a single because Edgar was in front of him.
Yeah, Edgar didn't feel like he could get around to go from 1st to 3rd in that ball.
One. And it was a wise move by Edgar because the play was right in front of him as he rounded second. Right. Erstad was picking up the ball. 86-mile-an-hour pitch right on the inside corner to Olerud. 1-2. The Mariners in their winning streak here of 6 in a row have been scoring early in ball games. Of course, they scored late in the one on Sunday with that grand slam home run by Tom Lampkin, the big blow, reducing all their runs in the 4-2 win over the Orioles. And there's Tommy. As Lou called him, a hero for the day, and that's Dan Wilson, who's recovering from that pulled rib cage muscle. 2 balls, 2 strikes a count on John Olerud.
Imagine Dan's going to be back sometime after the All-Star break.
In the meantime, Lampkin and Oliver doing outstanding job behind the plate. Olerud pulls it right to Big Mo Vaughn. 2 down. Oakland continues to pile them on as we check our U.S. West scoreboard. In the bottom half of the 4th, Jason Giambi picked up an RBI and a ground out, and Oakland a 4-run lead over Texas, 7-3. Buhner struck out in the first inning. Fury right there with a slider. Cleveland hammered Kansas City tonight, 12-1. White Sox lost to Minnesota, 7-4. Indians hoping to make some inroads against the hottest team in baseball, the Chicago White Sox. They're still 7.5 games back, even with a win tonight. Tigers beat the Yankees 7-6. So the leaders in the East stay status quo. Toronto still 2 up on New York and 2.5 over Boston. A little bit outside. 3-2. There's the home run man of the night. On deck, David Bell. Fury's fastball right down the middle, and Buhner couldn't pull the trigger. So that will be that here in the 3rd. A routine 1-2-3 inning. Coming back in the 4th inning, Gloss, Molina, and Kennedy. 3-1 Maryland.
Open at Seattle Center.
Customers tell us when buying tires, it comes down to selection, service, and price.
At Les Schwab, we listen. That's why for summer, we're featuring the largest selection of passenger tires throughout the West.
To make now the time to buy, sale prices on Spectrum, Proxys FC4, ZE 326, Grand Am, and more. With passenger radial starting as low as $4 for $89. Backed in writing, backed in service.
Doing what we do best, keeping you on the road.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, look what I found.
Hey, that's a puppy. Cute girls own puppies. Let's go. Is this guy yours?
Sorry. I don't know where he lives.
Is this your dog?
Hey, sorry.
Did you lose a little puppy?
No.
We just need a good home. I wonder if he's housebroken. Okay, guess we know the answer to that.
The Civic from Honda. Where will it take you?
Now the Northwest has a nightly sports report dedicated to one thing: hometown teams, home team highlights. It's 30 minutes a night of the Northwest sports scene and nothing but. The 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, Northwest Edition.
Well, as the Little White Duck says, Aflac, trivia time, with a 3-1 Mariner lead on the board in the top of the fourth. Who was the first team to draft Aaron Seeley? And no, the Paulsbo Little League does not count in this one, gentlemen.
Okay. Troy Gloss struck out in the second inning. Seeley right there on the outside front. As we mentioned, he just celebrated his 30th birthday on Sunday to Aaron Seeley.
Perfect night for baseball here at Safeco Field. You work up a good sweat, get involved in the game. You can see the bill of the cap on Aaron Seeley.
Two and two.
Gloss likes to get right down on the very knob of the bat.
Troy, the former Youth Clan, former Bruin.
See the cap of Aaron Seeley.
Yes, sir. And Gloss, not really his heart in it, has stepped down toward first base. That was a perfect pitch. A fastball on the outside corner.
Take a look. You be the judge. There's the target by Joe Oliver, and that's hitting the target. If Oliver put up the target in the strike zone, Seeley had to have that ball in the strike zone because Oliver didn't move the glove at all.
That was the first pitch, the first strikeout, on which a curveball was not the villain. That was a fastball. Benny Molina taking a strike, 0-1.
Once again, Aaron Seeley right out there in that outer edge of the plate.
Molina got a hanging breaking ball and juiced it into left field for a base hit in the second.
Look at that. Another great pitch by Seeley.
Change that time, 83 miles an hour.
First time up, Molina hit a nice breaking ball for a base hit. For some reason, Latin players, those young kids, they hit the breaking ball better than the kids from North America.
Curveball, and it's trickled wide of third, picked up by A-Rod, and that great arm of him has Ben Molina easily. So 2 down. Coming up immediately after the game, an NBA draft preview, a full wrap of the day in the major leagues, plus center court tennis actions at Wimbledon. Day 2 highlights. The National Sports Report featuring news, opinions, and highlights from a fresh perspective. Tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. Curveball got Adam Kennedy. Well, not sure how many curveballs like the one he struck out on in the second he's seen this year. That was a snake. High and outside ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Count levels off.
Big uppercut swing that time by Kennedy.
Seeley. That wide open stance by Kennedy now. And another curve, but slowing in the dirt. 2-2. And got him again. So Adam Kennedy down on the slider that time. 6 strikeouts for Mr. Seeley in a 1-2-3, 4th inning for the Angels. Mariners lead it 3-1.
It's the Eagle $250,000 Grand Slam giveaway. Enter at Eagle before every Saturday home game. Correctly guess the inning any Mariner hits a Grand Slam home run and win $250,000 cash.
Hey, Jay, now I'm going to throw one overhand.
Eagle Hardware and Garden, more of everything.
Come here, boy.
With its V6 power and shift on the fly 4-wheel drive, the Grand Vitara can get you and your buddy through anything. The V6 Grand Vitara from Suzuki.
Wow, Suzuki, huh?
It's Motor Week's best small SUV of the year.
Take I-5 across the Interstate Bridge, take the City Center exit, and you're there. Bill Kopp's Suzuki in downtown Vancouver.
Check this out. Voice Train.
1,600 minutes for $39.99. 600 local anytime minutes. 1,000 nationwide weekend minutes with free long distance. Outrageous Audio has the biggest selection in Oregon on Nokia accessories, laser antennas, faces. We've got them. Come get hooked up today.
Outrageous Audio. 192nd and start. That's it.
Test your Sports IQ nightly. Sports Geniuses weeknights at 6 on Fox Sports Net.
Aflac trivia answer. First team to draft Aaron Seeley. Well, too bad Tim Belcher's not still around, guys, because you already mentioned that the Twins drafted him, didn't sign him. They also drafted Aaron Seeley, didn't sign him, and he went on to Washington State, and of course he was a first-round pick by the Red Sox in the '91 draft, 22nd selection overall.
Bobo Brayton mighty happy that he didn't sign with the Minnesota Twins. He went to Washington State and had a great career over there for one of the outstanding college coaches in college baseball history, Bobo Brayton. And of course, John Olerud played for him. Right back up the middle, headed to center field, but he slows it down. The ball's dropped. That'll be a base hit. Adam Kennedy lost the handle for it. He got over there. I'm pretty sure it'll be a base hit for David Bell.
Dave, did the pitcher get a little bit of glove on that ball?
I think so.
Slow it down? Take a look. There it comes right back up the middle.
No, I didn't look so.
Well, maybe he didn't. As you can see that Adam Kennedy tried to make the backhanded play. Couldn't do it. Look at it again. Now, that ball went right on by. I don't think it touched the pitcher at all. But if Kennedy comes up with this, I think he's going to throw Bell out at first base.
Well, they're going to give him a hit. And here's Bob Oliver up there. Maybe up there to bunt. Want to know.
Right now, I think if you're going to sacrifice, bunt the ball to Mo Vaughn. I don't think Mo is too anxious to want to throw the ball down to second base, unless it's a very obvious play.
That's the first hit off Ferry, and a very questionable hit at that.
Well, he retired 5 straight, struck out 3. This guy's doing a good job.
And there goes the runner, swung on, and a base hit into right center field. Hit and run to perfection, Jimmy. Yes, indeed. Wow.
And you know, that ball almost hit Bell going by.
Yep.
It came close to hitting David. Just lay the bat on the ball. There goes the runner. Soft little line drive. Bell not looking. That ball scooted right on by him, and he goes to third base. Well, that'd have been a shame if that ball would have hit David. Then he'd have been out. We had a base hit for Oliver, but as it turns out, Mariners have runners at first and third. They've got something going.
Second hit for Oliver. First one, a line drive to right field. This a ground ball to right field.
But you see, a lot of things happen. You've heard Lou talk about putting the game in motion and getting players to get out of position. That normally would have been an easy double play ball if Kennedy would have remained at second base. But he was the guy that was covering.
McLemore taking the breaking ball, first strike, 0-1. First jam period's been in. Too far inside. He's been able to do the job.
11 out of 15, getting that runner in from third base.
A ball, 2 strikes, the count. St. Louis and Cincinnati having a big showdown for the Central Division. And last night Cincinnati won. Tonight the Cardinals win 4-3 in Cincinnati. Cincinnati way back of St. Louis. 7.5 games. They've got just about to sweep that series. Get back in it. Arizona with a 2-game lead over the Colorado Rockies. And the Rockies are getting their lunch. Giants beating them 12-3. Arizona's losing also to the Astros in Houston 5-1 in the 5th. Hit to the second baseman, going to be a double play, but it will get the run in. So the Mariners take a 4-1 lead as McLemore, no RBI, runs into a 4-6-3 twin killing. And with 2 away, Ricky Henderson will be the hitter. Ricky 0 for 2. Still an amazing athlete at the age of 41. When he fooled me on a catch, when was it? Sunday, I guess it was. Looked like it's going to be a line drive base hit to left field, outran the ball. An outstanding catch. 0-2.
You know, he's not a little guy. I mean, he's not very tall, but I mean, you take a look at him with his shirt off. He's well put together, as you have pointed out. Just that he's not very tall. Ooh, good catch by a fan up there in the upper deck.
Curry way outside and high with that pitch. Curveball, see ya. Yeah, got him. Nice curveball that time from Fury. That's his fourth strikeout. The Mariners get one thanks to a hit and run that went off to perfection. And at the end of 4, lead it 4-1.
How do most vacation memories begin? With your tires. If not for those trusted steel-belted friends, you'd never get to your favorite vacation destinations. Your local tire factory dealer will help you get to where you want to go this summer with great Getaway Days summer sale prices on name brand tires and accessories. No matter how far you drive. When you start planning for that summer vacation, remember who helps get you there. The Tire Factory. It's as easy as...
Bad cheetah. See? That's why I'm not a cat person.
लगता है कि सारे शहर ये बड़ा खेल देखने के लिए आए कुछ गड़बड़ हो रही है ओह शायद बहुत दर्द हुआ होगा मुझे ये खेल समझ में नहीं आता मगर मुझे अच्छा लगता है मैंने ये खेल समझ में नहीं
Well, welcome back, and part of our fine crowd out here on this lovely Tuesday night from the upper deck enjoying the view. There is not a bad view here up near the Mariner flag out there, way out in the upper deck. And Benji Gill has a strike on him. I guess he did go after the appeal. The Mariners continue to give Aaron Sele some fine support. No, that was not a strike the previous pitch, so they erased that, and the count is 2-1 on Benji Gill. Good play by David Bell. One down. Let's go to Rich Waltz for a U.S. West update. Rich?
Dave, let's finish the American League East story. The last time we checked, there were a couple games in extra innings, and that Charles Johnson two-run homer stood up for Baltimore, though Nomar Garciaparra homered in the 10th. 6-3, Baltimore beats Boston. And Detroit got a fielder's choice from Rob Fick to get a win there as well. Toronto's lead still 2 games, thank you very much, in the East.
All right, thank you, Rich. Rob Fick. I believe he was the kid that hit the last home run at Tigers Stadium last year. Closing day. 1 ball and no strikes account on Darren Erstad.
So far tonight, Sele has really pitched Erstad well. Struck him out in the first inning and then got him to bounce out 4-3 in the third inning. He's kept the ball away from him pretty good.
Two and one. Balls, 2 strikes. Because of the Sky Dome, the Toronto Blue Jays playing 5 fewer games than the Yankees and 6 fewer games in Boston the rest of the way. So the important thing for Blue Jay fans, I'm quite sure they all know this already, to look at is the is the loss column. But still a little bit early to start playing that game. But Toronto's already played that many more.
Yeah, they have. So that's going to be a factor later on. We haven't even reached the halfway point. You don't start looking at that until after a couple of weeks, 3 weeks after the All-Star break to see where teams are. Teams a lot of times have played real well the first half. Second half, they haven't done much.
Erstad just got the top of the ball on the breaking ball. 2-2. Tony Gwynn undergoing knee surgery still again today. Don't know how long he's going to be out. Scott Spezio is next. One hopper right to David Bell. No problem. So that's 2 fine plays by Bell here in the 5th inning. Well, be sure to get your hands on the latest source for outstanding dining. It's Home Plates. That's the Mariners Cookbook. It's a unique page-turner that features a player's own recipe and interesting facts about the Mariners' favorite foods and restaurants. From Jay Buhner's banana nut bread to Jamie Moyer's meatballs, you can make them all. Home Plates Cookbook is available at any Mariners team store or online at mariners.org or at any local Jamba Juice location. As Ron pointed out, this guy wears out Aaron Sele. 90 pitches for Aaron. And a high can of corn hit on the infield. And Mr. McLemore will take care of this, and an easy 5th inning. That's what Aaron Sele needed. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, the Mariners still lead it 4-1.
Driving season is here. Good seats are still available, and Chevrolet has your ticket to ride. For a limited time, get 0.9% APR, plus $1,000 towards your down payment on select 2000 Chevrolets, like the Malibu, Cavalier, and S10. Residency restrictions apply. And check out gmticketoride.com for additional offers available online. It's time to get the ride you've always wanted. It's time to get your ticket to ride at your Chevrolet dealer today.
Power suits, power ties, power trips, and power lunches. I'd probably go nuts without Eagle and my power workouts. Brand names and great selection. Eagle Hardware and Garden. More of everything.
All the cleaning power you'll ever need. Campbell Hausfeld pressure washers. Built tough for projects both big and small. Everyday low prices at Eagle.
Well, when I got hurt in this work, thought I had supplemental insurance.
Supplemental insurance? What's that?
Aflac. Well, even best insurance doesn't give you cash to cover things like lost pay, other expenses. This does.
What does? Aflac.
Shouldn't ask about it at work.
Really? And what's it called?
Aflac!
Aflac. Without it, no insurance is complete.
Aflac.
You're huge everywhere.
You're a marquee player, but you have never won Jack.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that dislike you.
The Last Word, tonight at 11:30 Pacific on Fox Sports Net.
And welcome back to Safeco Field as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Mariners lead the Angels by a score of 4-1. Hi again, everybody. Rick Riz along with Dave Valley and Aaron Sele is off to a great start tonight.
Well, what we've seen tonight, that we have not seen from Aaron in the past, couple of starts that he's had, is that breaking pitch. He's been throwing that big, slow curveball, 4-strike. And whenever you can do that with the off-speed pitches, throw them 4 strikes when you're behind in the count, you're going to be successful.
Center fielder Mike Cameron will lead off the inning. A breaking ball is way up high from Mike Theory. Ball 1.
Ferry came on in long relief for Tim Belcher, thrown out of the ball game back in the bottom half of the second, arguing with plate umpire Mike DeMiro on that fake move to third, then throw to first pickoff attempt. Foul back by Cammy, and the count is even on Mike at 1-1. What a beautiful night out for baseball here in the Northwest.
Doesn't get any better.
Oh.
The only way it could get better is if you played 18 holes of golf and then you came to Safeco Field.
Wait a second, we did that yesterday. And raised
Yes, we did.
Raised over $420,000 in Jay Buhner's annual cystic fibrosis golf tournament up at the golf course at Newcastle. Strike on the outside corner, 1 and 2. Jay Buhner, what a guy.
There's some great people that showed up out there also to play in that golf event. I know I had a lot of fun with my foursome. John Wall from Vista.com and Brett Helsel from F5 Networks, and where we just had a great time out there. Beautiful sunny day.
Yeah.
To play 18 holes of golf at a beautiful golf course, that Newcastle golf course, owned by Scott Oakey. What a wonderful place to play golf, and the incredible
panoramic view that
vistas of downtown Seattle from up there. Can't get any better.
If you caught our pregame show, we hope that you did. You had a chance to see some of the beautiful shots from the golf tournament yesterday.
Did they show my hole-in-one?
No.
No? Oh, man, they missed it.
Yeah, right. No, we had a great time yesterday. Jay's done a wonderful job with that tournament for a great cause. Hopefully, sometime in the real near future, we're going to find a cure for cystic fibrosis. 2-2, the count on Mike Cameron. Our thanks to Dottie Moore of the CF office and everybody involved with the foundation and the guild for turning out. Just a bit outside, ball 3, full count, 3-2.
You know, and all the volunteers that showed up out there, they just did a tremendous job. All the folks from Mariners Care, Sean Grinley, all the folks behind the scenes that make those events work. There's so many things that go into the details that the folks that come out there, they just get an opportunity to share in the fun. But those people put a lot of time in.
Well hit ball deep to left field. Forget about it. Goodbye baseball. Above the Angel bullpen. What a blast by Mike Cameron. His 10th home run of the season. Like a jet taking off. And it's the Mariners 5 and the Angels 1. Holy smoke. What a shot by Cameron.
Well, Cammy's really starting to find his groove. His batting average has been climbing very steadily. He's been moved into and inserted into that second spot in the batting order, and he's really responded for Lou Piniella. If you take a look at this pitch, Cammy really just gets into this pitch, gets his hands out there, gets the bat head extended, and just drives this ball up onto the stairwell out there in left field. That's a long way from home.
That ball looked like a pinball bouncing around until it finally wound up in the hands of that guy.
He proudly hands it to his son. That's a good man right there.
Way to go, buddy. Here's Alex Rodriguez, and he takes a look at a pitch outside. Ball 1. Mariners lead 5-1. Mike Cameron, home run number 10. And I mean, he crushed it. Estimated at 389 feet from home plate. Line through the gap. It's short and into left field. Alex Rodriguez with a base hit. So 1 on and nobody out. Hey, friends, coming up tonight, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. Join anchors Tom Glasgow and Rod Simons for 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to the home teams of the Pacific Northwest. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, don't miss the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, Northwest Edition, tonight at 11 on Fox Sports Net.
Isn't it great to see Rod Simon?
Yeah.
On Fox Sports Net, that new show. It was great to see his smile out there on TV land again.
Yeah. Welcome back, Rod. Look at the view that we have tonight. Out over Elliott Bay. Nice crowd here at Safeco Field, the most beautiful ballpark in baseball, and what a beautiful night we have for the opening game of this 3-game series. Buddy Black, the pitching coach for the Angels, out to have a talk with Mike Theory.
Buddy, the former Seattle Mariner. But he came up and through the Mariner system. I had an opportunity to play with him as See Luke Pope out there in the Angels bullpen warming up.
Buddy sure is a good guy, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
There's another good guy right there, Mike Cameron. What a great addition to this ball club. Everybody knew about the shoes that he had to fill. He says, folks, at spring training, just let me be myself. I'll try to be the best Mike Cameron I can be. And I'll tell you what, he's been a super addition. Defensively, offensively, coming on strong.
Well, and chemistry-wise in the clubhouse, Mike is just a great personality inside that Mariner clubhouse. He just fits so well with the rest of this ball club. And I think that's one of the reasons why the Mariners are having the success that they're having right now.
Great chemistry. And this guy kind of leads the way along with a Jay Buhner. Edgar Martinez takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. We're starting to see some of that magic that we had back in 1995. And you kind of felt that 2 days ago when Tom Lampkin hit that grand slam home run to beat the Orioles 4-2. But this year, Soto Mojo. Up and in on Edgar. 1 ball and 1 strike.
When you talk about players, this guy's just a pro's pro. Edgar Martinez and the work ethic that he has put together over all these years. For anyone that really knows him, it's not a surprise that he is as successful as he is, because this guy, nobody, and I mean nobody, outworks Edgar Martinez.
And it shows at the age of 37 to be able to do what he's been able to accomplish here in the first half. Having his best season ever at the age of 37.
It's good to see Harold Reynolds. Harold came in last night, former roommate of mine and teammate. And we're doing a special on Edgar Martinez. The world should know a little bit more about Edgar. There's no doubt about that.
You know, but I think Edgar likes the fact that he can do what he does here in Seattle without the bright lights of a New York. You know, I think he thrives in this great atmosphere up here in the Northwest.
Well, he does. I don't think the motivation behind Edgar's work ethic is not fame. It is just wanting to perfect the abilities and the talents that he has.
Exactly. Throw to first by Ben Molina, back in time with a dive is Alex Rodriguez. And the count goes to 2-1 on Edgar.
Benji Molina behind the plate, throwing out 38% of the runners. That's good enough to be tied for second with Jorge Posada. And of course, the guy that's leading the American League is Pudge Rodriguez down in Texas.
He's a pretty good arm, doesn't he?
That guy right there, that's a good-looking young catcher behind the plate.
Yeah. Fury keeping an eye on Alex Rodriguez. Val, you spent a lot of time in the minor leagues with Edgar as well.
A little more than I'd like to have.
No. You don't.
Yes.
And watching Edgar then, before he got to the big leagues, did you have the idea that he would be this successful? Because, I mean, he hit like, 360 one year.
Well, in the minor leagues, this guy hit 300 every year. I mean, it was just, take it to the bank, write it in on April 1st that this guy was going to hit 300. But the knock on Edgar at that time was, well, he'll never hit for power. But meanwhile, he was hitting doubles and triples. Edgar was much smaller when he was coming up. He just started to add some weight on through a very strenuous weight training that he has just stayed with diligently. And that's what has caused him to start driving the ball out of the ballpark. But he's always been a tremendous hitter.
Great idea of the strike zone. He takes ball 3 right there and is out in front of the count at 3-1. Pitchers are so careful with Edgar that it seems like he's always out in front of the count.
But whenever you look at a lineup, when the new team comes to town and they're going to look at Edgar Martinez in that lineup, all of a sudden you're going to say, you know what, don't let this guy beat you. If you walk, we'll take our chances with the next guy in that lineup. But don't make a mistake out over the plate.
Yeah.
So what happens is they start nibbling out there on the outside part of the plate, on the inside part, and they find themselves behind in the hole. And Edgar, who is so patient, he's going to take his walks if they give him, ends up being in the driver's seat. If you look at some of the net numbers for Edgar from 1995 on, his home runs have been 29, 26, 28, 29, 24. And this year, he's already over the 20 mark with 21 home runs.
Alex running, ground ball to short. Gill, time to go to second for the out there. The relay to first is in time for the double play.
That was a tremendous double play right there by Benji Gill and Adam Kennedy. A-Rod hustling down there from first base into the second base area. Really was on top of Adam Kennedy right here. You see Benji give him that quick flip. Kennedy does a tremendous job of backing away from Alex Rodriguez so that there's no contact. It enables him to get off a good solid throw. He knows that Edgar Martinez is running. Edgar not with good speed, has plenty of time, and completes the play. That's a very nice play.
So 2 outs for the Mariners, and that'll bring up first baseman John Olerud. Mariners lead 5-1. Curveball drops in and over for a strike. John gave the Mariners their first run in the first inning, a 2-out single down the left field line that scored Mike Cameron. Oh, and 2.
Mike Fiery throwing a little cutter on the inside part of the plate to John Olerud right there, tying him up.
Pitch on the outside corner for strike 3 called, and that'll retire the side, where the Mariners get 1 run on 2 hits. A leadoff home run by Mike Cameron, his 10th home run of the year. After 5 innings of play, Mariners lead the Angels 5-1. We'll head to the 6th after this word from Southwest Airlines.
Flying to the Bay Area for business? If these 10 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines nonstop to the Bay Area, maybe this will. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
You are now free to move about the country.
Showtime and AT&T Digital Cable are taking this summer by storm with on-the-edge entertainment no one else has. You'll see exclusive Hollywood hits plus powerful original pictures and series. Showtime 2 doubles your choices, and the movie channel is 100% pure movie fun. With AT&T Digital Cable, you get it all for one low price. Order now and receive Showtime binoculars free when you send in your first 2 months cable bills to the address below. This is one storm you don't want to miss. Order now.
Call AT&T Cable Services and order Showtime today.
Les Schwab Tire Centers presents the NHRA Federal Mogul Drag Race Series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, July the 7th, 8th, and 9th. The biggest race of the year at Woodburn Drag Strip. Join the thousands as the California Hawkshots take on the best of the Northwest. See 250-mile-per-hour funny cars and dragsters, plus over 500 NHRA races competing for national points and awards. Pick up your discount ticket at your nearest Les Schwab Tire Center. Don't miss the NHRA Federal Mogul Drag Race Series this weekend at Woodburn Drag Strip.
Sports coverage beyond the box score. The National Sports Report tonight.
Seattle Mariners baseball is brought to you by General Motors and by Jack in the Box, where we won't make it until you order it. Pretty shot looking down into downtown Seattle. High above the right field bleachers, looking across at the left field bleachers. Oh my goodness, what a night here in the Northwest. Couldn't be any better. Mo Vaughn leading off the top of the 6th inning. Mariners lead Anaheim 5-1. Big swing and a foul back by Big Mo, and the count is even on Vaughn and 1-1. Aaron Seeley 8-3 for the year. This is his 2nd start against the Angels. Back on May the 5th, lost 6-5 here in Seattle. Went 7 2/3 innings in that ball game. Wow. Well hit to right field, way back, and it is a home run. Fair ball. Holy smoke, a towering home run by Mo Vaughn down the right field line. It's the Mariners 5 and the Angels 2 for Mo Vaughn, home run number 21. Not only does it hit him far, but he hits him way up there, Val.
Big Mo got a piece of that inside fastball. Aaron was trying to tie him up right around the hands area, but Mo got the bat hit out on the ball and amazingly kept that ball fair. Big, strong man.
You got a piece of the Hit It Here Cafe on this one.
You can see that ball came back out over the plate just enough for Mo to get that fat part of the bat on the ball, and looks like it hits the glass. out there by the Hit It Here Cafe.
Tim Salmon hits a ground ball to Erod, so 1 out for the Angels here in the 6th inning.
But you know, that's what I'm liking about Aaron Sele. He gives up that big, long home run to that guy right there, Mo Vaughn. Aaron comes back, he gets that next guy. Doesn't allow the home run to affect him. Doesn't make the last pitch affect the next pitch. So critical for a pitcher.
Takes care of Salmon with a ground ball out, and here's center fielder Garrett Anderson. Ball 1. Mariners lead 5-2.
You got to remember, Aaron Sele and Mo Vaughn were teammates back in Boston. And Aaron's seen Mo do that quite often, so it's not such a surprise when he does do it.
Anderson lifts a fly ball fouled on the right field side. The count is 1-1 on Garrett. Mo Vaughn was hurt last year opening day, injured his ankle, and that ankle injury really bothered him all season long in his first year in Anaheim. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2 on Anderson.
And talking with Mo, he was very happy that he started his career in Boston at Fenway Park because he felt like he learned how to hit the ball the other way. Now he's down in Edison Field, and he's really starting to turn on balls a lot more than he did when he was playing at Fenway.
Jose Paniagua warming up down in the bullpen. Aaron struggled his last 2 outings with his control. Fouled away again. Still 1 and 2 on Garrett Anderson. 2 outings ago, lost to Minnesota 7-2. Aaron is at 100 pitches for the night. Lasted only 4 innings. Not typical of Aaron Sele because he's given Lou a lot of quality innings this year. Fly ball into right field and into the corner. Jay Buhner onto the 1-E track. Makes the catch. 2 outs. The ball kept hooking into that right field corner. Jay had to go a little farther than expected.
Garrett Anderson got that bat head out front, and the ball continued to hook and carry into that right field corner. But Jay Buhner, it doesn't take Jay a very long time to get to know his surroundings out here at Safeco Field. We saw him do it for so many years at the Kingdome. He really knew how to play the angles out there.
Yeah, Jay settled into his new home in a hurry. Third baseman Troy Gloss takes a pitch low outside. Ball 1 up at the catch Jay made in the first inning on that line drive into right center field by Mo Vaughn. Stayed in the sunlight. Jay stayed with it. Made a great catch.
Well, that's one thing the architects forgot to do. They forgot to stand out there at about 7:05, 7:10 to see just how that sun was going to shoot in and blind the outfielders.
Yeah, this is just experience. Here you get a chance to see it. See how bright it is out there in right field? Look at this. Whoa, nice catch. A tumbling grab by Jay Buhner.
He almost got the guy doubled off at first base.
Yeah. Almost got Spezia. Jay said, to this day, one of the proudest things that he's ever done in baseball was to finally win that first Gold Glove a few years ago. Up and away for ball 4. So Troy Gloss with a walk, and that's only the second walk given up by Aaron Sele. 1 aboard. Say, friends, spend an afternoon full of Sodo Mojo this Thursday as the Mariners face the Angels in an American League West showdown. It's a Mariner matinee at a special start time of 1:05, so schedule an appointment during the work week with A-Rod and the rest of the guys. For tickets, call 206-622-HITS or order online at mariners.org. And right after that game, it's down to Texas. Things will be nice and warm down there for us on Friday night.
Yeah.
Here's catcher Ben Molina outside and low, ball 1.
July in Texas. Oh, yes.
A little steamy.
Hey, I'd like to send out some love and sympathy to the O'Connor family, Dave and Patty, and their son Brody. They lost their son Brock this past week, and just a wonderful young man. I had the pleasure of getting to know him over the last couple of months. Helped out with our 15-year-old baseball team, and just want you guys to know that I'm real proud of the fact that I got a chance to know your boy. He was a great young man, and you're in our thoughts and prayers. We love you guys.
That's from everybody up here with the organization. Ground ball to third. David Bell is there. He'll go to second for the force on Troy Gloss, and that will retire the side. The Angels a run on the home run by Mo Vaughn. We go to the bottom half of the sixth. Mariners 5 and the Angels 2.
Now, the nightly sports show dedicated to hometown teams and highlights. The 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, Northwest Edition.
Music Project. Open at Seattle Center.
There are times when you can't wait until payday. You need fast cash. What can DollarWise do for you?
Payday's not till Friday, but I get my money today. I used to struggle with overdraft fees. Now I can cash my check for a low rate. I don't need to wait till payday.
DollarWise makes my life easier. There's a friendly DollarWise near you. 1-877-FAST-CASH.
You deserve the credit from DollarWise.
Two ball game. Mariners on top of the Angels. Welcome back to Safeco Field. U.S. West update time. Central Division. Minnesota beating the White Sox. And Kansas City hammered like a drum by the Cleveland Indians. Chicago had a huge lead to start things. 8.5 games. Will this cost them? Yeah, one game. But they're still 7.5 up in the American League Central. Kansas City, by the way, now 11 games back. Gentlemen?
All right, thank you, Rich. Quick little update on what's happening around baseball tonight. Here's right fielder Jay Buhner, who will lead off the bottom of the sixth inning here at Safeco Field. Mariners 5 and the Angels 2. Jay is 0 for 2, and he's closing in on 300 home runs for his major league career. It's 5 away. We've got a new pitcher, Lou Pote, takes over here in the sixth.
Lou Pote's been in 14 games so far this year. Been getting hit around a little bit with a 5.14 ERA.
Replaces Mike Theory. Theory went 3 2/3 innings, gave up a couple of runs on 4 hits. No walks, and he struck out 4, make it 5. Swing and a miss by Jay. 1-2.
Lou Pote, a sinker slider type pitcher. Drops down about 3/4 release point.
2-2. Popped up. First base line. Ben Molina, the catcher, calling for it. And he makes the grab, so 1 out for the Mariners here in the sixth. That'll bring up third baseman David Bell. How about David Bell, Val? Did he jump on a pitch from Tim Belcher in the bottom half of the second, upper deck down the left field line?
Well, you know, we saw him do that last year. David really covers the inner part of the plate, the inside part of the plate that he just hammers that ball. And Tim Belcher got a pitch about thigh high, middle end. And that's the one we saw David put over the fence about 20 times last year. Here's a look at that home run that ends up reaching the upper deck.
Boom.
Fastball about, well, that was more belt tie right there, but David got all of this one. as you see him drive that ball up into the third row in the upper tank.
Strong kid. 1-1 the count on Bell. He also has a single and a run scored. Bottom dropped out from that pitch. 1-2 on David.
Pote really has a lot of action on that sinker ball. Ball drops down and in towards that right-handed hitter.
Fastball's down and away. Ball 2-2. 32,051 tonight on a perfect night for baseball. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Took a little off, and that is strikeout number 1 for Lou Pote. 2 outs for the Mariners here in the 6th. Say, friends, Mariner Blue takes on Dodger Blue as interleague action returns to Safeco Field July 7th. That night, the first 20,000 fans receive an Aaron Seeley poster. The fun continues all weekend long and includes a very special event. Sunday, July 9th, as Safeco presents Salute to Women in Baseball. We'll welcome some of the players from the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, and the first 20,000 fans will receive a commemorative poster. For tickets, call 206-622-HITS or order online at mariners.org. If you want to find out a little history of the Women's Professional Baseball League, just rent the movie A League of Their Own. Big swing and a foul back by Joe Oliver. 1-1 the count on the Mariner catcher. Great movie.
Tom Hanks did a great job as the coach and manager of that team.
What was his name in the movie? Tom Dugan? I tell you, the guy I liked in that movie was Lovett. John Lovett.
John Lovett, yeah. The Yellow Pages man right now.
Yeah. 2-1 the count on Oliver.
Joe Oliver having a fine night.
Popped up, first base side. Mo Vaughn gets over, but not in time. It falls safely into the crowd for Joe Oliver.
Joe slapped 2 singles to the right side. First one off of Tim Belcher, a pitch that was probably a couple of inches off the plate, and then executed a hit and run perfectly. With David Bell taking off at first base, shot a little line drive through the hole vacated by Adam Kennedy.
Off the end of the bat foul, still 2-2 on Joe.
Well, this is one area where Lou has gotten just some great performance out of Dan Wilson. And when Danny went down, Tommy Lampkin's just done a tremendous job. Now Joe Oliver stepping in and continuing to add some production offensively and doing a great job behind the plate.
Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, strike 3 to retire the side. That's what happened back in 1995. Somebody stepped in. We go to the top half of the 7th. Mariners lead the Angels 5-2.
Book your travel online with Southwest Airlines, and you'll automatically get double Rapid Rewards flight credits, which means 4 round trips get you a free ticket and some downtime for your computer. And American Express card members can use membership rewards points to earn free Southwest Airlines tickets even faster.
You are now free to move about the country.
Mark your calendar, because June is National Jeep Month, where you could save with our biggest factory-to-dealer incentives of the year when you buy Grand Cherokee Laredo or lease and get $2,750 in total values. And if you're a returning Daimler Chrysler lessee, you'll save with an additional $1,000 in loyalty lease cash. So hurry in, because this offer is only for a limited time. But the fun you'll have will last long after that. See your dealer during National Jeep Month.
It's here now. It's Nissan's 4th of July tent event. Now through July 5th, get great values on 2000 and 2001 Nissans, such as 3.9% APR financing on vehicles like the 222 horsepower Maxima, or get $1,500 cash allowance and 3.9 APR on all 2-door Frontiers. They're all here now, but hurry, $1,500 cash allowance and 3.9 APR ends July 5th. See your Northwest Nissan dealer today.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the program.
One on, one away for the Angels. Top of the 7th inning. Mariners lead by a score of 5-2. Mark McLemore, I think, made a heck of a play with Kennedy on at first base. Takes off on the catch by Ricky Henderson. Look at this.
Right there. Mac does a great job of kind of pushing Adam Kennedy's right arm off of the bag. Now watch the smile right there. Take a look. He stays with it, lifts his arm off the bag. Now watch the smile. Watch the smile. Keep coming. Keep coming. There it comes. Mark goes, I know I got him. You missed the call.
And the umpire says, no, you pushed his hand off the bag. Oh, but Mark did a smart thing there. Kept the glove around the bag and then just kind of brought it up and took his right arm off the bag, but he's ruled safe by Scott Higgins. Here's the new pitcher, veteran left-hander Arthur Rhodes.
Arthur Lee just getting the job done coming out of the bullpen. 2.51 ERA. Been coming in and stepping it up for Lou Piniella.
Lone outside, gets away from Joe Oliver. A wild pitch will send Kennedy over to third. So one on, runner at third, one out. And that is a wild pitch by Rhodes. 1-0 the count on Darren Erstad.
Looked like there was a little collision between Adam Kennedy and David Bell over there. David watching the throw that got the pitch that got past Joe Oliver. Adam Kennedy kind of blindsided him.
David's got a
unintentionally.
Yeah. David's all right. So is Kennedy. Kennedy had a good series against the Mariners back in May. This is the final trip of the Angels already to Seattle, already their second trip. Fouled away behind the plate by Erstad, and the count is even on Darren at 1-1. Rhodes was outstanding on Sunday afternoon. He came on after a home run by Charles Johnson. That was it for Paul Abbott, who pitched very well. But Rhodes came on, struck out Brady Anderson, Mike Bordick, and Delino DeShields. 1-2-3 in the 8th. Mariners got the 4 in the bottom of the 8th to win 4-2 on the Lampkin grand slam. In the dirt again. Ball 2-1. Look at this during the 6-game winning streak for the bullpen, Val.
That's just called getting it done right there. That's wow. In the early part of the season, the bullpen was not getting the job done like we've seen them do over that last 15 innings, giving up only 8 hits and 1 earned run. You see the guys, the stars of the story right there, Arthur Rhodes and Kazuhiro Sasaki.
I like the title there. Perfect penmanship. Way to go, Tim McQuillan. Bounced up the middle and behind second. Alex Rodriguez fires the first. Got Erstad, but on the play, Kennedy will score. It's now the Mariners 5 and the Angels 3. So give Darren Erstad a run batted in with the infield out. Say, friends, coming up right after the ball game tonight, an NBA draft preview and a full wrap of the day in the major leagues, plus center court tennis action from Wimbledon. Day 2 highlights, the National Sports Report featuring news, opinions, and highlights from a fresh perspective tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. Here's designated hitter Scott Spezio, pops it up, shallow right field and down the line. Long run, Mark McLemore, Jay Buhner. Jay slides and he almost makes an outstanding catch. Jay upset with himself, he didn't get it. Takes the dirt, tosses it away. Nice try by Jay Buhner. Wright gets a great round of applause from the folks here at Safeco Field.
Well, that's one of the reasons why Jay is so beloved here in Seattle, because of the effort that this guy puts out there day in and day out. This is something that we've just grown accustomed to see from the Bone. Jay making a tremendous effort, but ball gets just in the web. You can see Jay just knew he felt the ball into the glove and couldn't hold on to it.
He had it for just a fraction of a second, and then it popped out of his glove, but what a great effort.
Jay really goes home with a clean uniform.
Pops straight up behind home plate, off of the mask. Joe Oliver might have some room. Yeah, he's got it. Right up against the screen behind home plate. A fine catch by Joe Oliver to retire the side. The Angels 1 run without a hit. We go to the bottom of inning number 7. Mariners 5 and the Angels 3.
You've seen our ads, maybe even called for information. Now the time is right for a fresh look at today's manufactured home. Call 1-800-35-OWNER for a free buyer's guide. Get the latest tips on financing and shopping for a manufactured home. Call 1-800-35-OWNER and get a free video, too. So call 1-800-35-OWNER now or visit our website. Today's manufactured home. Built for living, built for life.
Dodge, different. Big savings, just about. Big savings, almost everything. Not today. Most imitated Caravan. Up to 2,000 cash allowance. Most trusted Caravan. Up to 2,000 right now. Big saving cash allowance. Almost every card, almost everything. Not today. Limited time. Dodge savings. Don't wait. Dodge different. Dodge different. Dodge different.
Hey, back on your feet after all that work you missed.
Yeah, good thing my supplemental insurance kicked in.
Supple what?
Aflac. Well, even the best health insurance doesn't give you cash to cover things like lost pay or other expenses. This does.
What does?
Aflac. Oh, sorry, buddy. What? Anyway, ask about it at work.
Aflac. Without it, no insurance is complete.
Ask about what?
Aflac.
Customers tell us when buying tires, it comes down to selection, service, and price.
At Les Schwab, we listen. That's why for summer, we're featuring the largest selection of passenger tires throughout the West.
To make now the time to buy, sale prices on Spectrum, Proxys FC4, ZE 326, Grand Am, and more. With passenger radial starting as low as $4 for $89. Backed in writing, backed in service.
Doing what we do best, keeping you on the road.
How do most vacation memories begin? With your tires. If not for those trusted steel-belted friends, you'd never get to your favorite vacation destinations. Your local tire factory dealer will help you get to where you want to go this summer with great Getaway Days summer sale prices on name brand tires and accessories. No matter how far you drive. When you start planning for that summer vacation, remember who helps get you there. The Tire Factory. It's as easy as...
Driving season is here. Good seats are still available, and Chevrolet has your ticket to ride. For a limited time, get 0.9% APR, plus $1,000 towards your down payment on select 2000 Chevrolets, like the Malibu, Cavalier, and S10. Residency restrictions apply. And check out gmtickettoride.com for additional offers available online. It's time to get the ride you've always wanted. It's time to get your ticket to ride at your Chevrolet dealer today.
Powerful on-air personality in sports. He's larger than life, sparked a passion, he's taking the country by storm. Welcome to the jungle. Jim Rome, The Last Word. Tonight at 11:30 Pacific on Fox Sports Net.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the program.
Well, you got in my way, man. Stay out of my way.
Excuse me? That ball was heading right for the wall.
Big Mo's got that little armor on that front arm.
Hot shot, ground ball, foul up the line, and the count is still 2-2 on Vaughn.
There's been a lot of controversy over some of the protective gear that some of the hitters use. Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, Mo Vaughn, as you look right there. He's got that entire right arm covered by some thick padding. Very lightweight construction. Doesn't affect their swing at all, as we've seen him swing that bat tonight. But you see Mo really leans out over that dish.
Foul the way down the left field side, and the count is still 2-2. That kind of takes away the fear of that inside fastball. You can hang in there with that stuff on.
One of the things they have discussed is that if they're going to wear it at the plate, that they may have to go ahead and take it out on the field with them and play and use it when they're playing defense. With the way some of these guys hit the ball down to...
High cheese, a swing and a miss. Mo Vaughn strikes out. First strikeout for Rhodes in relief.
The way some of these guys pull the ball down to third base and first base, you may start seeing those guys go out there with some shin guards. Here you see Big Mo going after a high fastball about 94 miles an hour. Tough one to catch up to. When Arthur Lee is on, he can rush that ball up to the plate.
Here's Tim Salmon. 1 for 3 tonight at RBI single. Fastball is a little high. Ball 1.
There you see those numbers. Salmon hitting .417 off of Arthur Rhodes for his career.
Fouled away behind the plate, and the count is even on Salmon at 1-1. But I was talking about the way Lou has used Rhodes this year. When he gets him warmed up down in the bullpen, when he gets him up in the bullpen, he brings him in the game. The last couple of years, that wasn't the case in Baltimore with then manager Russ Miller. He said he was up and down and up and down and up and down, and maybe the third or fourth time he would come in the game, and he said he wouldn't have anything left. Popped up, first base side, John Olerud over, and can't get to it. Drops into the camera well, and the count is 1-2 on Tim Salmon.
Well, when that starts to happen with the bullpen, there's just some indecision managerially right there, that if you're going to get a guy up 3 or 4 different times, it tells me that you're not real decisive about when you're going to use your pitcher. And with guys like Arthur, who you want to be able to use on consecutive nights, if you start getting them up 3 or 4 times each night before they get in there, possibly on their 4th time that they're actually warming up, it takes an awful lot out of you.
Ray Miller, manager of Baltimore. Swing and a miss by Salmon, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Arthur Rhodes here in the 8th inning.
Well, Arthur's really got it working right now tonight, throwing that ball explosive on that outside part of the plate right there. Tim Salmon just kind of waving at it. Ball got by him in a hurry.
Good location, good velocity. Rhodes has faced 4 hitters, retired all 4, a couple of strikeouts, and here's center fielder Garrett Anderson. Fastball popped up, shallow left field, down the line, long run, Alex Rodriguez, David Bell, and it's up into the crowd, out of play, 0-1 on Anderson. Alex having a good time with the fan over there on the left field side. Alex Rodriguez right now leading all the vote getters at shortstop for the All-Star squad with 757,000 votes. Derek Jeter number 2 and Nomar Garciaparra number 3. He should be the starting shortstop, no doubt about it. I believe this is the final day you can vote at the ballpark, but you can still vote online. Fly ball center field right at Mike Cameron. He makes the catch for out number 3. Another great inning for Arthur Rhodes in relief. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Mariners 5 and the Angels 3.
Yours is a very full life. You are an intrepid adventurer, a caring and devoted parent, a tireless entertainer of clients, and, well, let's just say, you can use all the help you can get. The well-rounded Accord LX from Honda. It's everything you need, and then some. The Accord LX for the year 2000.
Now get special APR financing as low as 4.9% for 36 months on new 4-cylinder Accords. Are you looking for low fares and great service? Only Southwest Airlines gives you the freedom to have both. We offer daily service to 47 cities coast to coast. And great customer service. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hey. Hi. You guys on a road trip?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Fowler.
Fowler. And where are you headed?
Where are we headed?
You know, on your road trip.
Here.
Right now at AM/PM, you can get a 44-ounce fountain drink for just 49 cents.
Where are we headed? Duh.
Sports coverage beyond the box score. The National Sports Report tonight.
5-3, Mariners lead the Angels as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Say, friends, coming up tonight, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. Join anchors Tom Glasgow and Rod Simons for 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to the home teams right here in the Pacific Northwest. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, don't miss the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, Northwest Edition, tonight at 11 on Fox Sports Net. Designated hitter Edgar Martinez leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. We've got a new pitcher for the Angels, right-hander Mark Petkaizik on in relief for Anaheim.
Mark Petkaisik's been in 23 games so far this season with a 5.34 ERA. He's given up 29 hits in 32 innings. He struck out 19 batters.
Nice job by the right-hander Lou Pote on in relief. He went 2 scoreless innings, gave up no hits with a walk and 3 strikeouts.
The young man's got a good arm.
I like the way that he changed speeds.
Well, he's got a live fastball. He's got a great changeup with some good arm action. A nice tight little slider. Mike Scioscia's got to like that guy.
The Angels, like the Mariners, have had so many injuries on their pitching staff. Blown outside an Edgar ball, 1-1-1. Every guy in the starting rotation at the start of the year has spent time on the DL. Plus, they lose their veteran fine fielding shortstop for the season, Gary DiSarcina.
And that has been just an Achilles heel for them. Gary DiSarcina had broke a thumb back during the pennant drive. 95 when they lost an 11-game lead, I believe.
Low outside, ball 2-1. We're starting to feel that same magic or Soto mojo now that we're here at Safeco Field. Edgar had that game-winning double in Game 5 of the division series against the Yankees. Well hit ball deep to right field. Salmon to the warning track. He's there, and he makes the catch. 1 out for the Mariners here in the 8th. Now it's time for tonight's Fox Facts, brought to you by Les Schwab. Here it is, the Fox Facts. And players with 150 or more home runs or 100-plus stolen bases since 1996, brought to you by Dodge.
Some pretty elite company right there. Barry Bonds, Jeff Bagwell, and Alex Rodriguez. I believe all 3 have won MVPs or been awfully close. A-Rod back in 1996. Coming in a very close second behind Juan Gonzalez in that MVP voting.
A-Rod should have won that year in 96. One writer in Oakland had A-Rod 7th on his ballot. How in the world could you possibly have him 7th after the year he put together? 1-1 to count on John Olerud. John, a big hit with 2 outs back in the 1st inning. That drove in Mike Cameron with the game's 1st run. David Bell hit a long home run in the 2nd. Mike Cameron hit a long home run in the 5th inning. A balk by Tim Belcher scored a run in the 2nd. 2-2 on John. Has a sweet swing, drives the ball into the gap in left center field. Leads the league in doubles with 26. This one hits the bag at first base, ricochets to Kennedy, no one to throw the ball to. John Olerud with a base hit off the bag at first.
Well, you certainly don't see that one too often. Right there, that ball was just hooking and bounced off that base, which is made out of rubber, and that ball kicks off towards Adam Kennedy. John Olerud cruising into first base with nobody covering. See him gets that fastball down and in and just hooks it Right there, Mo Vaughn looking to dive as that ball goes towards the foul line. But you'll take it.
Bag took a double away from him. Here's Jay Buhner. Fouls one out of play on the first base side. 0-1. Jay looking for his first base hit tonight. 13 home runs on the year. 46 runs batted in. His last home run the other day, a home run to right field. Number 12 was in the upper deck in left field. Ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Freddie Garcia, a rehab start with Class A Everett yesterday. Went very well. Pitched 6 innings. Soft line drive right to the second baseman, Adam Kennedy. 2 outs for the Mariners here in the 8th. It'll bring up third baseman David Bell. But the Mariners have the luxury of they're in a situation where they don't have to rush Freddie Garcia. If they wanted to, they could allow Freddie to get another rehab start. Let's say down with AAA Tacoma. There's a look at the Chief. Freddie Garcia, 17-game winner last year. Said everything went well. His right leg was fine. The stress fracture back in April. There were a lot of strikes.
Well, that's good to know that Freddie had a good outing. Is feeling good today. That's one thing you don't want to do with a lot of baseball left here in the season. It looks like the Mariners are going to be right in the thick of it all the way down the line. You don't want to have to rush them back one start early. You don't want to be short-sighted right now. You want to make sure that when Freddie's back, he's going to be back for the long haul.
I was talking with Lou before the ball game as Bell fouls one away up the third base line, and the count is even on David at 1-1. He said, if you press me to tell you what we're going to do with Freddie as far as the move and who goes down to the bullpen, he says, I can't tell you right now. And I said, well, will it a big factor be how you want your bullpen to look when you bring Freddie back, about who goes down to the bullpen? He said basically that'll play a big role. But right now, Paul Abbott has been outstanding now in 6 consecutive starts. John Halama, who started the year 6-0. There's a look at Abby, who got a no decision 2 days ago, but went 7 very strong innings in the 4-2 comeback win against Baltimore. He's been outstanding. John Halama struggled for a little while, but pitched very well his last time out. Fouled back by Bell, and the count is even on David at 2-2.
Well, Paul Abbott's one of those guys that wherever you want him to take the ball, he's going to take it. If it means going down to the bullpen, he'll go down and give everything he's got, and we've seen him do that. And if it means coming in and getting some starts, which is, I think, what he would like to do, we've seen what he's been capable of doing over the last 6 starts.
Here's a look at the Mariners starters this year and what they've accomplished, Val.
Well, I think that's one of the strengths of the Mariners this season has been the job that the starters have been doing, just giving quality start after quality start. You notice how many names are actually on there, so guys have stepped in and filled in holes, filled in the gaps.
David Bell with a walk, and the Mariners have runners on at first and second with 2 outs here in the 8th. Say, friends, Jeff Bagwell leads the Astros into the Valley of the Sun to battle the big unit, Randy Johnson and the Diamondbacks. Bagwell, a 4-time All-Star, is one of baseball's elite hitters. He's having another great year this time around. Don't miss the game Thursday at 7 Pacific on Fox Sports Net. We have a look at the Mariners starters. The Mariners starters this year are 35-17 with a 4.32 ERA, the 3rd lowest in the American League. Here's catcher Joe Oliver, 2 on, 2 away. Only the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox have better ERAs from their starting staff than the Mariners.
Do you see a pattern there with those quality pitching staffs? Yep. Boston Red Sox have been atop of the American League East.
Oliver pops one up into left center field. Darren Erstad gets over and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Mariners leave a couple stranded. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Our score, the Mariners 5 and the Angels 3, and here comes Kazuhiro.
The perfect area rug. 200 square feet of carpet. The wallpaper you've always wanted. A window covering to cast soft light. An Eagle expert to help you design it. And you're ready to move into your new world headquarters. Eagle Hardware and Garden. More of everything.
Eagle has you covered with a complete line of Bretland mats and Berber carpet tiles. Quality, style, value. Bretland at Eagle.
Join Matt Vasgersian and Lisa Guerrero on Sports Geniuses.
We are a multimedia machine.
It's the new nightly game show that tests your sports IQ.
The finest coffee in all of game show land.
Sports Geniuses, weeknights at 6 on Fox Sports Net.
I see a little silhouette of a kind. Mountain Dew, time to do the slam dunk go. Citrus taste and quenching, very, very exciting me.
Fantastico, Figaro.
Here we go.
आदाबर्स विक्रम शो से हम आपका स्वागत करते हैं। आज मेरे साथ एक मशहूर मेहमान अरुण दाती।
दो खिलाड़ियों का नाम अरुण दाती और भारत है, मगर ये देखो क्या हो रहा है। दोनों खिलाड़ी अब तैयार है, वो एक दूसरे के पास है। हंगामा हुआ, अरे यार, एक दूसरे गलत आदमी को मारा। ये गड़बड़ हो रहा है, ये मामला मेक्सिको की सालगिरह लगता है, ये दीवानों का मेला लगता है। अरे क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है।
Mariners 5 and the Angels 3 as we go to the top of the ninth inning. Time now for tonight's Magnolia Moment, courtesy of Magnolia Hi-Fi. And how about this swing by Mike Cameron in the bottom of the fifth inning?
Boy, Mike just got a nice little piece of cheese up out over the plate and just deposits it out there on that stairwell deep over the left field bullpen, visitor's bullpen. Mike's really starting to step it up for Lou Piniella.
10th home run of the year. I'm glad he didn't hit anybody walking up or down that staircase over there above the Angels bullpen. That was a rocket. Number 10 for Mike Cameron. Provided the Mariners with run number 5, so a 2-run lead as we go to the top of the ninth inning. Raul Ibanez takes over in right field for Jay Buhner, and we've got a new pitcher. Right-hander Kazuhiro Sasaki is on in relief.
Kazu's been in 30 games, but the big number right there is those 14 saves with a 4.13 ERA. Over the last 4 opportunities, Kazu is a perfect 4 for 4.
So Sasaki will take a look at Troy Gloss, Ben Molina, Adam Kennedy due up here in the ninth inning for the Angels. And trying to win it for Aaron Seeley to try to give Aaron his 9th win of the year. Troy Gloss. Big, strong kid out of UCLA. 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts. Walked his last time up in the 6th inning.
Troy Gloss, one of the 3 Anaheim Angels who has over 20 home runs.
0-1 the count in Gloss. And you got to be real careful with Gloss. Sasaki, fastball, and a great splitter. The Fang.
There was that splitter right there.
1-1. Fastball, strike, 2 call at the knees. 1-2 to count.
It looks like we just got some bad news for Tommy Lampkin. Tommy's got a torn ligament in his right elbow. They'll be going in for surgery by orthopedic surgeon Larry Petagana on this Friday. That's just some bad news for Lou Piniella and the Seattle Mariners.
Slitter in the dirt, a swing and a miss. Knocked down by Oliver. The throw to Olerud is in time. A strikeout for Sasaki, and the putout goes 2-3. So 1 out for the Angels here in the ninth. Oh, man, that's bad news for the Mariners. Tom Lampkin will be going on the disabled list. He's going to have surgery on Friday on his right shoulder to repair a torn ligament. To his right elbow.
Right elbow.
Right shoulder here, right elbow. Oh, man. Tom had the game-winning hit, the grand slam home run on Sunday, and there he is. Boy, that's disappointing.
It's a bad break. He's had a rough year this year coming out of spring training with a torn cartilage in his knee. Fought his way back. Got himself into tremendous shape. Came back very early. A lot earlier than people had expected from the knee surgery. He's just doing a tremendous job for the Mariners.
Ben Molina fouls one back on the count. Dan Wilson already on the DL. Not exactly sure when he'll be back with that pulled muscle in his left side. A swing and a miss at the thing, and the count is 0-2 on Ben Molina. And Ben, you're going to see another one right here.
But when Kazu has it working, that ball just drops off of the table. And he can finish that fork ball with that arm extended out front. That's when that ball really tumbles out of his hand.
The 0-2. There it is. Got him swinging. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kazuhiro Sasaki. Sanching. So 2 strikeouts for Kazu. And the Angels are down to their final out here in the 9th inning. Sasaki looking for his 15th save of the year. And Aaron Sele will pick up win number 9.
That's his pitch right there. That good hard fork ball. When he can get ahead, spot that fastball to get ahead, strike one. Kazu's going to be tough.
Second baseman Adam Kennedy. Fastball, fly ball, center field. Cameron is there. This should do it. And he's got it. The ball game is over. What an easy night for Kazuhiro Sasaki to pick up save number 15 as the Mariners beat the Angels. A final score of 5-3. And Val, once again, outstanding pitching.
Well, we saw that coming out with Aaron Sele. Aaron doing a great job establishing strike one early in the ball game. Started throwing his big breaking ball for a strike. Doing a great job and taking him all the way into the 6th inning. And then Kazu coming in here and getting his 5th straight save in 5 opportunities.
And the Mariners have now won 7 in a row. They go to 44 and 30 on the season. That wraps it up from Safeco Field. For Dave Valley, Ron Fairley, and Dave Niehaus, I'm Rick Riz saying so long, everybody. We're tonight's final score, the Mariners 5 and the Angels 3. Be sure to join us again tomorrow when the Mariners again host the Angels. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Mariners warm-up. You've been watching Seattle Mariners baseball on Fox Sports Net. Stay tuned. Coming up next on the National Sports Report is an NBA draft preview. The latest Major League Baseball news and highlights from Day 2 at Wimbledon. And don't forget, later tonight at 11 p.m., your regional sports report from Safeco Field. So long, everybody.
Game on his resume, Martin said, "Ask me when I played in a 9-inning game." Al answering the question following Tuesday's 19-inning victory over Boston. Martin got his 9 innings Wednesday night. He also got what baseball players crave most: a chance to play in a pennant race. I'll do this one over too. A chance to play in a pennant race, of course. Hey, there's a focus now on the AL West in our Baseball Tonight bunch. Have it now.
Linda, thank you very much. Coming into the season, you figured the AL West race would be probably the tightest of all, with all 4 teams involved. And as we now look with 2 months left, really down to 2. We'll discount the Angels for the sake of this conversation. And if they do something, we'll revisit this conversation. Yeah. That being said, the A's and the Mariners, obviously both teams have the ability to hit the ball very well. Pitching staffs are a little green, but you talk about clutch hitters, Seattle certainly has them.
Well, they do. I mean, they've got Erstad, they've got Edgar, they've got John Olerud. That's as good a middle order as you'll see in the league. I think the question is how everyone hits around them. You look at Seattle, their pitching is maybe the deepest starting staff in the league. Sasaki has given them exactly what they needed at the back end. But are they going to be able to complement those 3 guys in the middle and score enough runs? Now, right now, they're 3rd in the league in runs scored. But I think if you talk to scouts, talk to other teams, they say if you can get through those three guys, you can pitch the rest of that lineup.
Right. Obviously, the acquisition of Al Martin, who came through and has so far there, not only with the offense but with the defense, will give them some depth. The Oakland A's, you're familiar with them. You were with them last year. Is it disappointing not to be with them this year? I mean, they are in a playoff race.
Yeah, they are. Most certainly is a little disappointing, but I'm pulling hard for them, as you can tell on some of these shows. I think you're going to have to pay attention to a guy named Barry Zito and another guy named Mark Mulder. Two young left-handers that are coming down this home stretch. Awfully tough for these young pitchers to produce in a pennant race. You know they're going to swing the bats well. If they can get any production out of Matt Stairs, which I know they will coming down the run, look out for the Oakland A's. They're the only team in the West that hasn't had a hot streak yet, Carl, and they might be getting on it now.
All right, there is a meeting, too, late September road trip for the A's. They play 4 against Seattle. You look at Seattle's schedule from September 8th through the 20th. They play Minnesota, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Tampa Bay. So there is a chance to pick up some ground. Are there any other X factors, whether it's the manager, whether it's the youth of the bullpens, that you find to be